The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? And Bracken gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop, retard. Robocock.
にゃんち
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメスパイ
あやこれ好き
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク
Don't tell anybody he's muted. All right, just let him.
Don't
let him keep talking. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Great job, Kata. Great intro. Fantastic.
Professional streamer. What I
I'm
meant
glad
to
I
say
didn't
was,
hire
if
him.
you want a new PC, go to Meta PCs. Use code 199.
Of course. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis. Episode 142. 42. Yes, I almost forgot for a second. Oh, that's right. We got this guy in the back. I'm sorry.
I'm
I
like,
forgot him.
hello.
Yeah. I forgot.
Hi.
He's also here too, I guess, if you really, really care about that. But yo, the wheeze are great, bro.
I hate the
Every
I rushed here to
donation,
get here on time, and the guy still doesn't put me in for the intro. So
every donation is a wee banger. Just so you guys know, we have changed the name and everything. So every membership donation, I'm sorry, is a wee banger. All right, guys.
Don't forget my fucking ringtone, I swear.
We should. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, this week, so many things happening, so many things going down, people getting deplatformed, companies going billions upon billions of dollars in debt and pretending like everything is fine. It's just all this nonsense happening on the internet. So as we dive down the rabbit hole, obviously, we do not have Ryan Roger Athe anymore because unfortunately he was deplatformed off of the face of YouTube, sadly. So he will be missed on Saturday Night Hypnosis, but his essence and his what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm looking for a word. I wasn't gonna mention the smell. The smell I am happy the smell is gone, but I'm trying to remember. Like, listen, man, Ryan, I miss Ryan. I'll just put it to you like that. I miss Ryan. I don't show my emotions ever.
I thought he was right there in the center of the screen. I'm gonna be real.
No. We do have Ryan alternate edition, but that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't show my emotions like Smash JT, but let's just say it's highly upsetting. It's highly upsetting. But in any case,
I did a good job. I didn't
you
cry.
cried like a bitch.
No,
anyway,
I did not.
Let's do our intros. Let's do our intros, and we got Will of the Fans starting us off. Man, he's back. Will of the Fans is back. Slim Shady is back.
Well,
is that your gooning face?
Everything's my gooning face, mate. This week.
Respect.
Well, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Will of the Fans, friend and repeated co-host of Ryan Roger Athe, host and founder of Reality Based and all its affiliated shows and stolen names, Tangent King, System Crash, and The Old White Road. 113 weeks, baby. That's how many appearances Ryan got on this show before he was absolutely Obi-Wan, struck down only to make him more powerful than they can possibly imagine. Spears out for Athe. It's been a rough fucking week for me, but I am back on the internet. Unfortunately, totally clueless as to anything that's going on. So please educate me, everybody. Let's do it.
There was a lot of spears in the chat I saw, so we could definitely keep that going, boys. So we got Leon, who's just been looking really like. Are you on like some sort of emo arc or something lately?
He's not really chill today.
The lighting has been very dark lately. It's been very moody.
He was on an emo arc. He would cover his one eye with his hair. That's how you know it's emo.
Yeah, like the hair. It's like you're going over the one eye. Very.
You look good, Leon. Did you straighten your hair?
There we go.
I'm just asking, man. It's getting a little.
I've got
specs like Light Yagami's father.
And then like I got the lighting in the room a certain way. And it's like, oh, what if I change my ring light? My ring light has colors. Like, what if I match that with the light that's going on here? It didn't work. I tried video like that. I was like, oh no, you know what?
Is this what it is?
That's it.
Yeah. Was experimenting, trying to see what it looked like. But yeah, no, I'm also with Will, and that it's not that I don't know what's going on the internet. It's that so fucking much went on. I don't know what we're talking about today.
I can't keep up.
In the title. Like, dude, there's a myriad of shit that we could choose from and talk about today. So what's it gonna be?
It was very hard to pick topics. I'm not gonna lie to you, but whatever. It is what it is. Sheep, take it away, man.
Hello, people. Hello, howdy. I've been streaming, so that's been fun. Doing a bunch of voices and stuff like that. I'm now going through an island just fighting everything because I'm gonna end the war. It's kind of my job. It's great.
Nice.
Doing a bunch of voices. I gave the king this voice of Sean Connery, and like there's some other people that are pretty interesting. If you guys want to go check those out, those VODs are still available on Still Sheep City, and it's like there, that one there. Also, this upcoming Wednesday, I just got to mention this now while there are a lot of people here. This upcoming Wednesday, Monster Hunter will be dropping their first collab with Street Fighter, which means we can now officially throw hands, like literally throw hands with monsters. So I'm going to be all up in that.
Hey,
It's gonna be great.
Talking about in it.
Hey.
I'm talking about in it.
Relax.
Yeah.
Hey, relax.
All up in what though?
All up in it. Technical
Monster
terminology.
Stop asking all those.
Hey, yo,
irrelevant
what the fuck?
Fisting monsters or
Watch-
something. I don't know.
Watch
So,
my
like, grab it.
stream on Wednesday when it releases. It's gonna be great. Aside from that, I've been drawing, working, drawing. We actually just cleaned out. Well, we're still cleaning out a house, like a farm. So getting to climb up into like small areas and get a lot of dusty shit out of there. It's great. Shit's falling apart, and I'm tired as fuck. So let's get it.
Respect. And then we got our special guest, Mr. DiscussThing himself. Great time for him to show up, considering right after Ryan Roger they got yeeted off of YouTube. I would have loved to have you guys on the stream together at one time, but you know what? Some people have different ideas. So
I've done
Mr.
it a bunch of
DiscussThing,
times.
tell everybody who you are. You've taken multiple guys at the same time?
No, I just had Ryan and Helzo on the same stream.
I'm just asking.
Still getting
So
there.
two specific guys. Okay, that's fine. DiscussThing. Tell everybody who you are, what you do.
Greetings, ladies and gents. My name is Helzo. I'm DiscussThing. I do commentaries, reviews, reactions, gaming streams quite a lot recently. As the unofficial lore would say it, I am Ryan's clone, as he went back to the past apparently and had me, because he looks older than me and younger than me by 10 years. That's good. Also, I love Sheep's face on this, by the way. I do love his face on this. Yeah, the lore is getting thicker than Ryan at this point.
Hey, yo.
We do.
No homo.
No homo. Only beard.
This is gonna get pretty gay.
I am
Pretty
coming
quick.
to you on a Sunday at 3:30 a.m., where I'm sad to say we still haven't found a cure for obnoxious and mentally deranged ex-Kotaku journalists, but hopefully we'll get there. We'll get there soon. The future is bright. And yeah, thank you for having me. I am very, actually, honestly on this, very honored to be here and very happy.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to you. Happy to have you here. And then we got someone who's not happy to be here, apparently. We got Kata. Take it away.
What's going on, everybody? It's
Wait,
Katie.
sorry. No, Kata's. Wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. Go.
Yes. This section is sponsored by Geeks and Gamers. What's going on is Kata, aka Khalil Too Short, aka the fine auntie hunter, aka the pretty toe and calf appreciator. I gotta add that in there because you gotta have the whole thing. I hope y'all are having a great week. We got a lot to talk about. To be honest, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about tonight. I don't know what's happening. This week has gone by so quick. I don't know what's going down. So we're gonna see what happens.
Nobody
if you
reads the
haven't-
stream, it's confirmed.
Yeah,
Is that
especially
what?
not people who work for other organizations. He's like, I don't give a fuck about this show, man.
This guy, man. This guy.
But I bet you if it was Tuesday night main event, he knowed every single topic that's going down.
He said, I swear, Hypno sounds just like my ex-wife, dude. It's crazy.
So she was right
you got
then.
you,
So she
you
was-
got
she
you
was
a
right
new
then.
girl now. You got you a new girl now. Now you think you don't need me no more. You know.
Yeah, I could definitely replace you with a new girl pretty quick.
I thought you said Negro.
You're gonna replace. Oh, okay, yeah. Go get that Mexican. Go get her.
New
Go
girl.
get her. All right. let her go.
Go get the
Yeah,
Mexican.
man.
At least you'll fucking work.
Oh man. Yo.
Hey, if you haven't played Battlefront 2 yet, and if you're not hype on what's going on right now, the entire internet is trying to rally together to get EA to look at this and make Battlefront 3. So if you have time this weekend, jump on Battlefront 2 and just get it in, dog. I've been having.
Why would anyone want another Battlefront by EA?
Bro, because it is fun to play.
Fucking shit show.
I'm not gonna lie. they tried twice with Battlefront and they fucked up both times. It eventually kind of worked out with Battlefront 2, but that was after pretty much the entire internet just shit on them.
I know it's so fun right now though. I just played it for 6 hours straight, legit, and I didn't even know it was 6 hours. Time flies.
I just
when you
need
have
to
fun.
work on a
That's cool.
battlefield.
I was about to ask-
Three,
I was
and then
about to
by
ask
about
what's going on with that.
by about 2030, Battlefront 3 will be playable.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I'm
down with it.
I
Close
know
enough.
somebody.
I don't know how it
somebody-
started. I have no clue, but
I know
on it.
somebody that's played like the alpha for Battlefield, and they said that it's slow, but like old school Battlefield, so like 3 and 4. So
that sounds good.
I mean,
If
hey,
they-
that's a
they-
good
I
sign.
enjoyed 4.
Let's see what
quite a
happens.
lot.
I mean, on Steam
Destruction is back.
alone, it actually hit an all-time concurrent player count of 17,888, and that's brand new for the entire game on
Yes,
Steam.
sir.
It never hit that high of a number. But to be fair, damn, that game was dead. Holy shit! Never mind, forget it. I was gonna say it didn't move up that much, but it did. All right. All right, we got Cassie. Take it away.
What's good, y'all? Cult Classic Cage here, self-proclaimed queen of the tomboys, and we managed to get to 500 subs on the Goonerfish channel, my second channel. So
Let's go.
that's a massive
Let's go.
W.
Oh my
thank you,
God.
everybody
Nemo.
that helped in that. It was like a conjoined effort from Hypno and Smash. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everyone that did their
It's not
due
the first time
diligence
we
and
Eiffel Towered a
helping me
girl.
out. Hey, yo,
Hypno and Smash, by the way, Hypno and Smash is a practice that will get you
this
jailed.
is a very strange Eiffel Tower. But
Fucking
anyway.
Oh my, this fucking
Never
weed,
ever
dude.
Hypno and Smash. Okay, you will go to prison.
True,
But
true.
it's great to be here as always, man. Chopping it up, and RIP Ryan, bro. And Will, if you can, link your, the not the GoFundMe. Was it the Gibson Go?
Oh, yeah, I can do that in a second.
Yeah, because
The mods are
didn't
supposed
get
to be
a
doing
chance
that.
to-
Hopefully they are doing that. If not, we got to do that, mods, please.
Don't know if I am a mod. I don't think I am. I can-
Definitely
don't know if I
support
can link
Will.
it.
You're not a
Support
mod,
Ryan. We
I
gotta
don't think
look
I
out.
am. No.
We do gotta look out for our own at the end of the day, right? Because nobody else will. We don't. So.
By the way, Will,
I appreciate
when is
that.
the
Thank
Gibson Go?
I don't have a time limit on it.
All right.
I just was sort of, it's a lot to ask, so I wanted to give it plenty of time. Obviously, the earlier the better. But anyway, thanks, Cassie. Carry on.
Hell yeah, man.
Really quick on this comment. So whatever people tell you about how they can, just let it be known. I reached out to my own YouTube partner, and I got a response to confirm that they cannot do that. So trust me, I've tried everything. I'm not just quick to drop someone, especially someone that I wanted on the show. Anyway, Cassie, go ahead, finish.
Someone's
Yeah.
been on the show for 130 episodes long, whatever it fucking was.
But it's important to support our own because nobody else will, and YouTube certainly won't. So definitely
they
go.
fucking hell won't.
True.
I don't even use Rumble like that, but I have it like perma like on my PC in terms of auto signed in now. So I'll definitely do my due diligence and trying to show up and watch people's stuff on Rumble, and obviously support when I can. So that's what's important.
We didn't spend, like a week going to hell for Ryan's right to say spear chucker just for us to abandon him now. If Hypno had
Seriously.
any choice, he would.
I did.
Fair enough.
Fucking shit. All right. Last but not least, man. Smash JT.
Maybe.
Jesus Christ, this fucking weed.
That shit's funny. What do you mean?
That is from Dungeon Keeper 2.
It's been a week. It's been a week. I am trying right now in the back end to. God.
Hey,
pause.
yo. What
Hey,
the
yo,
fuck?
Yeah, this is
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
But he's Italian.
Yo, you
Wow.
constantly
What
talk
the
about
fuck?
your back end, bro. Why do
No,
you
don't
talk
bring
about
me
it
into
so
this.
much?
Now you're
Why-
wilding, bro. What's going on with your back end?
That's not even Cassie talks about her back end that much.
I'm trying to set up a Rumble live stream to go live with Ryan after the show on Rumble.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
It's pretty gay.
Well, it's just in the back end.
That's why it's pretty gay. No, you guys should do that. That's awesome.
It's just in the back end. That's crazy that you just said that.
But it's just I don't know I don't know about the ins and outs, and I know I have concerns about the.
You
people
don't
that
know
are-
about the ins and outs of the back.
Just make
end?
it.
Hey yo, what the fuck? God damn!
It was confusing to me as well. Just make it in Rumble and then link it to StreamYard afterwards.
Hey, feel free to just drop a silent intro from here on out, JT.
Yeah, you seriously hearing this right now? We got fucking 700 people plus watching right now, hearing you talk like this. This is
Well,
crazy.
it's-
Try
Gets
again.
booted
Try again.
and then
It's
he just gets
really
ultra
hard
gay.
to.
It is. It is.
It's really
No,
hard
I-
to set
it
it
is.
up in the
Watch
back
for me.
end, huh?
Never mind. I'm done.
Yeah, it's really hard to
Um,
set that thing up in the back end. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Our goal every week is to bully Smash JP out of his intro. That's our goal every week.
This
Otherwise,
sucks because I used to be Ryan. Now it's falling to me. This
Yeah,
sucks.
you were like next on the
Yeah.
chopping block. Yeah.
We need a face to
Hypno,
come
I've
back
got
here quick.
I've got the clip from Ryan. If you are okay to play it, you can share my screen if you want to.
yeah, I
but
could
it's
show
up to you.
clips of someone who's been banned as long as they're not on
Who's
the
not
show.
on the show. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Only YouTube understands that.
Cool. This is from
This
Ryan.
is a clip from Rumble, FYI.
Yeah, it is. This
Full
is Rumble.
disclosure.
YouTube. This is a clip from Rumble.
You can see it. Here it is. I'll play.
Well, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and it's great to see you all watching today.
That nigga
This
ugly.
is a cameo, for lack of a better term. No, I'm not
Pretty quiet.
going to be on the website where you pay me money for me to say egregious things. An actual cameo. Guys, so many words have more than one meaning now. It's insane. But I'd like to thank everyone
me
for
about it.
supporting me over the past few days. I'd also like to thank the opposition for turning me into a martyr. Truly, my deplatforming has been the best thing to ever happen to me on my creator journey. I'm going to move into an exciting new chapter on Rumble as part of the reality-based Rumble revolution, and hopefully you will all enjoy that. So go and check me out on Rumble at RRA1999. That's RRA1999. Now enjoy the show, folks.
Was that a bank code?
No,
It's the longest.
year he's
That's
born,
the-
probably.
That's the It's 1999. That was the year he was born. That's true. That's the longest Ryan ever got to speak on this show, by the way, without being insulted.
Rest in peace, Brian. Rest in peace.
It only took his death for it to happen. That's unbelievable.
Pepperoni, my dude.
We finally showed
Unbelievable.
him a little respect. There
You know what's
go.
crazy? Ryan, after he died, is still more consistent than Atreus while he's still alive. Isn't that amazing?
115.
I knew it. I knew it.
Isn't that amazing?
How the
I
fuck is
think-
that dude still more efficient?
How the fuck did Ryan show up on the show and this motherfucker's goddamn, bro, unbelievable. This is
Man, you need to
insane.
start-
All right,
You need to start to
Probably
sell
face
aloe
down
vera
in
for
some
those
cheese.
burns.
probably he's gonna come up with the worst excuse ever. I swear. Anyway, all right. Let's we gotta do the best segment on YouTube, boys. You already know what it is. And unfortunately, Ryan is no longer here. So now I'm going to pass this job over to the next person that is potentially going to get deplatformed.
Ah,
I knew it.
I'm like, please not me. Please not
It
me.
was like
The
Kefka's
Pre-Stream
light of
Legends.
judgment there.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
Money, wealth.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
Super chat.
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SGW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
The pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, that's a banger ass remix.
That's a banger, right? It's all manually done. It's not automated. St. Hugo with a 5 says, while waiting, why not follow R Redacted on R Redacted and be back within a few seconds? We already covered that. But thank you, St. Hugo, for the 5. Appreciate you. Roadkill 101 with a 199. 199 to start the goddamn stream. We were very late today because Leon, man, we were just trying to get him in the right mindset. It's just really fucking emotional lately. I don't know what's going on with him. Miss Lunatic with 199.
I feel like there's something I'm missing here.
No, cream pie is the best pie. Redo the poll.
Oh, word. Shout out Miss Lunatic.
Be careful with that shit. I'm about to have a second kid.
Hey, yo, I'm telling you, you gotta be careful with them cream pies, man. This is stranger danger.
No, that's
we're
Flip.
zealous with the ingredients.
You might get more than
All
you
fun
buy.
until it don't come back out.
Flip Shazam with a 5. I'm quitting my job and coming to be HR at Hypnotic Inc. Good luck with that, bro.
Nobody likes HR, by the way.
We need like
Nobody.
20 HRs, bro. Adair Soto gives 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, sir. We got Toxin with a 2. Why is cream pie not in the poll? Come on. What is with these people, bro?
You don't realize HR of Hypnotic Inc., by the way, stands for head racist.
No, it needs to
Can
win.
you imagine?
They're right.
You guys are horrible. Now I know for the next time. We got Lurker Supreme with a $50.83. He said, why wasn't Jesus born in Puerto Rico? No one can find 3 wise men or a virgin. Definitely can't find virgins in Puerto Rico. How many Puerto Ricans does it take to change a light bulb? Just one. What do you call a Puerto Rican with a rubber toe? Roberto.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, that last one I'd never heard before. That was
The
pretty
first
good.
one, the first one was
one's the
good.
best.
Yeah, everything else just that hurts.
And it's
look at
like
his
the
profile
Philippines
picture,
then.
bro.
If you want to find a virgin, you got to go to kindergarten.
Oh, that's fucking
Whoa!
terrible. Whoa, wow.
That's good.
The weather in some other
That's a good
countries.
one.
That was Will the fans, not us. Holy shit.
I didn't make it the way it is.
That's insane. Vicious.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
No, I definitely did not. All right, yeah, fuck you.
With the 10 membership, Banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate you,
buddy.
Vicious. We got Phantom Wars with 12 months. Says 12 months and Dan Time Flies. Shout outs to the homies Mikey, DJ, Cyber, and Yamato. Shout out to them. Thanks so much. 12 months of legendary status. It's fucking awesome. Lavistro dropping a $50 banger. Says lick the stream, yet Cass neither brings cake, milk, nor Kool-Aid. Justice for Ryan. How long before Atreus has a bad take making Leon based? It's long, apparently, because he's not showing up. My sub says Smash JT streams his son's games, and Boss Man, is it normal for my pee to burn? Tifa Bot got me something. I don't know, bro.
Okay.
I don't know, bro.
That's a lot of insanity.
That's
I
a lot of
without
more.
a trade. I just want to put that out there.
I feel bad.
Bro, what did it be?
$50 and
Yo,
then we'll just
put
start
that on the
ranking.
screen. It's right
Please
there,
get that
bro.
off the screen, dog.
Oh,
That
that's
is
way to
For
go.
the 99 cents. Thank you
Those
so
are-
much,
That is
Maximus.
Those are Brie
disgusting,
Larson's
bro. Yes,
No,
the
those are
Brie
Brie
Larson's
Larson's feet.
feet.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
Well, We for a 2 says it's time to. There you go. Nobody for a 2.
Hard to listen.
I are Cry Brothers now. Yeah, you guys like might as well hug it out and shit. It's unbelievable. Holy shit, it's pretty fucking gay. Toxin with a 2. Ryan should do Sunday night White Gnosis on Rumble.
Yo.
It does sound like something Ryan would do.
Yeah,
Actually.
don't tempt him. He's
Don't give
listening,
him
I'm
an
sure.
idea, so-
Yeah, I was about to say he's in the stream right now. Sure of it.
Diz the
With Gnosis.
retarded gamer for a 2. What's brown and sticky? A stick.
And that one's old as shit.
That's old, bro. Kyle B with a 2. Leon, I didn't set you up Wednesday. I'm sorry, no, yesterday. If so, sorry. Wait, what are you talking about?
I honestly, I'm not sure. Like he said
there's
something in
more
my
there.
chat last night about making an Alyssa video, and I was maybe
You
that's
made
what
an
he's talking
Alyssa
about.
song. You
Is
were in
Leon
it.
sick? This is like the least energy I've ever seen him have.
I'm telling you, there's something emotionally wrong
you
with him.
all right,
I don't know.
buddy?
No, I'm good. I'm just,
Hello,
I just never say
darkness,
it.
my old friend.
Right.
Well, Leon Calbero did make a song about Alyssa, and you're
I've
in
come
it
to
quite a
become
bit.
trans again.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's what he was saying. I just haven't seen it yet. Is all. So it's like, I don't know if
Leona
you guys
is
stay up.
creeping. Eventually, I'll go back to my dress. No? Okay.
Please don't put that shit back on, bro.
Bio T Wolf 19 with a 5. What did Frieza say to the Namekian? I think I just broke a nail. God. Only Dragon Ball fans will understand that.
Wow.
Raging D Head with a 2. Will can only take so many hard ones to the face.
I seem to be frozen right now, but I am flipping you off.
I was frozen.
It's like something
Definitely
with the Smash
frozen.
plays Expedition 33.
I thought you were looking curiously.
No, something's happened.
And he's dead. All
Hey,
right.
man.
He's joined Ryan Roger Athe
Rip.
in the heaven of Gooners. Roadkill for 189. Kata can't wait for FatCon.
No, I actually can.
No, you definitely won't. Raging D Head with a 2. Buy some of Kata's FatCon merch.
No.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
If he was
Like,
smart, he could maximize that shit. James Op with a 2. Kata put his foot in his mouth.
I believe it.
All right.
Dragon Master with a 5. The dark side consumes all. The Sith will once again rule the galaxy, and we shall have peace. Shout out to you, Dragon Master.
Peace.
Ed Song with a 10. Smash, I saw what you did. You made her bazungas huge. How is Elena supposed to steal art if she can't see them over her cans?
Oh,
I did nothing wrong except share information from the community to prove a point of what people think about her. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah. Basically.
Ryan Gunter with 99. You guys are awesome. I liked your show. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that.
You.
Just be careful with that name. They're out there looking for Ryans, man. Just be careful. Yeah. Andrew Hall with a 2. Hypno's new Smash clip. Whee! I have a lot of clips I have to edit that have Smash JT admitting his back shots, that he partakes in. But I just haven't been able to edit them. I have the one from his stream the other day that I got to edit.
I have
if everything I say is clippable,
and any such shit on my computer at all, I'm good, dog.
If everything I say is clippable, nothing is clippable.
Oh please! Don't.
That's all the clips that I have.
That doesn't.
I'm not doing
work
no
like that.
Assassin's Creed. Everything.
It's like saying. It's like saying if every day is Christmas, then no day is Christmas. But I think it's different when you're just making a fool of yourself on the internet.
He's trying to do the syndrome thing.
If you guys keep going off camera, then I'm just gonna. You're gonna be the bottom. Yeah. Rachel D had for a 5. Is Smash JT done slandering Ryan? An upstanding creator who sparks genuine, insightful conversations. This sounds like something out of Smash's back end. Pretty true. Viral Syndicate with a 2 says no checks. We don't do checks on Saturday Night Hypnosis. That's a Hypnocast thing. Thank you for the 2. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Journals. They're so hateful. Meanwhile, wait for it. There you go.
Dude, my
Scrap
fucking
Gamer.
glasses is broke.
Oops.
That's fine. You got a new job. You'll pay for it. Scrap Gamer with a 20. I said this once when Words of Paradise lost his pet parrot. And I'll say it again for Ryan, who's no longer on YouTube. R.I.P. to my homies that are dead and gone. Rest in peace to my homies that done made it home. It's really emotional, man. Smash will cry for you. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Scrap Gamer. I appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Yamato with a 2. Is Ryan's death the first anime death of Hypnocast? No, that's actually Fatal J, but we killed him instead. Little Kata for a 2. Where'd Dad go?
Son.
He's always disappearing.
Son.
Oh man.
I hope you have fun at the pool today.
The pool.
Just watch out for Joe Biden.
You let him go to a pool by himself?
Yeah, he can swim.
That's the best joke tonight. What?
I mean, I guess that's right. Most people that do sex traffic, they're not exactly looking for little black kids, so nobody's gonna kidnap him. It's fine.
That is such a black response. Yeah, he can swim.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say
Nobody
it,
would
but I
have
didn't
do.
wanna.
Alana, if you're watching, game, set, and match. Shout out to nobody. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. When Arcade and Atreus going to FatCon?
In January. We're going in January.
When it works.
January
What
18th or
is
16th
that-
through the 18th, okay? We're going
Is that what it sounds like?
Yes, it is exactly.
It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a convention for fat leftist bitches to go there and celebrate being fat. And we
Hold
have
on.
to go.
Speaking of
That's
fucking
pathetic.
FatCon. Speaking of FatCon, wait a second.
Whack, whack. Bro's on a
look at
boat
this
right
dude.
now, heading there.
What the?
Look at him coming in from his ghetto setup, man. What the fuck going on, man?
Man, I'm fucking
been on this.
I'm trapped at Jazz Fest, man. I can't even leave.
You trapped where?
I'm
Jazz
trapped at
Fest?
the Atlanta Jazz Fest, man. Somebody left with my keys. I can't even leave.
What?
Jazz?
Nigga, you lying, bro. Get the fuck. Ain't talking about somebody left with your keys. Ain't nobody got your keys.
There's nothing wrong
Lying
with
ass
Jazz.
nigga, bro.
What do I have to lie about, nigga? My keys are in a truck that has equipment when it, and a nigga left off with it. What you mean? What I gotta lie about?
Why would you take your keys out of your pocket?
Because I'm walking around a freaking fest. God damn it. I'm walking around a freaking festival all day and I had a pocket full of shit. I figured we came in this truck. It ain't gonna leave. Ain't no reason for it to leave. And sure enough, it fucking left.
Oh my god.
All right, you figure that out. I got a show to run. But don't worry, Ryan showed up here
You said
earlier.
you said you taking it up to what?
Okay, bye. This fucking guy. This fucking guy, I swear to God. Always.
That was a little bit of a step down from the car wash. Just saying.
It was a bit of a downgrade.
Actually, no, I kind of like that one. It's just somebody shows up like, I don't know where the fuck I am right now.
Somebody stole my goddamn keys.
My dog ate my keys.
Still
Roadkill.
sounds better than he does in his studio.
Roadkill would have. He does actually. Roadkill would have too. Atreus, quit lying, bro. See. Viral Syndicate would have too. Y'all know Theo Choco. You guys know Theo
man.
Choco?
That sounds like some stripper.
Sounds like a
shit.
trap.
That sounds like a trap because it is. All right, we got Rumble really quick. We got Problematic White Guy with $1. Says Ryan Roger Afe was our guest today on the weekend culture over on Honey Badger Arcade. The VOD is meow available here on Rumble and the Exploitation Ghetto YouTube. Reality-based Rumble Revolution. Fuck YouTube.
Fucking
all
meow.
that for $1. Shout out to Problematic
Shout out.
White Guy. Thank you so much. Snooty Mims with a 5. The gaming industry collapse is good. Maybe they'll start making games for gamers that actually want. Hypnotic streams for the win. Hail chat. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. I'll give you a real we. There you go. Let me scroll down really quick. We got Nameless 410. Hail Will and Dad of the Fans. Hail DiscussThing. Hail all. Also, Smash JT can parry now. I don't believe that.
I can.
I don't believe that.
It's
Can parry now? Like,
Yeah.
Every time no, I don't believe that.
Perry GT.
So you can't.
I can't
I saw
perform
your
with you.
chat
If you're
carry you.
watching me, I can't perform. Okay.
Most of the time, I
That
don't
one on
talk.
fucking purpose. That was on purpose.
It
I
was.
don't
Do
even
you
talk.
use cubicles to pee?
What's
Listen,
that?
he was getting
Do
carried
you-
by his chat.
I said, do you also use cubicles to pee?
He does.
No, I do not.
And then he also said hashtag free my nibba, Ryan Roger Afe.
That would be a
Nibba,
wig.
YouTube. That's with a B. Okay, 2 B's.
Niba,
Snooty Mims with a 2 says Hypnotic streams are better than TNT, JT, Smash, keep fighting. All normal people back you and Foxu. Rumble chat for the win. Bro, what is with Kirsha being in like a fucking bunker or something now? What's going on with
Isn't
that?
she like leaving her house and moving because she's worried about her
Something
safety
about
or
her
something?
safety, yeah.
Something must have happened. That's
That's
insane.
crazy.
Butter Biscuit with $1. Y'all crack me up with these intros. I just watched 2 episodes of Donghua between the opening and y'all intros. Hey, listen. That's how it goes. Anime Mania with $1. Happy Saturday, y'all, and hail to DiscussThing. It's so great to see you on SNH. You rock, bro. Hashtag justice for Ryan.
Yeah, I bet.
Hell yeah. Abhorrent Soul drops 5 memberships over on Rumble. Thank you, Abhorrent Soul. Anime Mania drops 1 membership over on Rumble. Thank you, sir. And then Butter Biscuit says, I got a legal matter to deal because of a debt. My uncle died last week, and I was in a car accident a few days ago, so I appreciate all the laughs. Damn, bro.
Damn, bro.
Condolences, man.
Have you been watching Final
better.
Destination or something? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, man, I hope you get.
Sucks.
I hope
I hope
get,
you're good, man.
Better, bro. Jeez.
Damn, that's like when it rains, it pours. Shout out to you,
baby.
Butter Biscuit. We love you, man. Adam Jimmy with $1. Will I have something to tell you? Shut up, Wesley. And then Nameless with $1 says F in the chat for Leon. And then they spam Fs. Nameless for $1 says, wait, can Atreus swim? No. Adam Jimmy for $1. Atreus, where are you hiding the bodies? Toasty with the mosty for $1 says we. And Abhorrent Soul for a 5 says Smash AT parry? Nonsense. It must be journalist auto parry settings. Such a lame gamer.
Ooh.
I agree with that one.
Got like 6 strays in one comment there. Damn.
Damn. All right, we are, I believe, fully. Oh no, we're not. Damn. What? God
Come on.
damn. When the fuck did this come in?
Just now.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Damn.
That's insane, bro.
Make sure you don't miss New Black
Wee.
Street on Monday.
Make
God
sure you
damn.
always miss New Blackstreet because New Blackstreet got hired by Geeks and Gamers. Shout out to Crimson Jet with the 50 membership wee banger though. Holy fucking
Damn.
shit. That's insane, bro. I gotta give him something for this. Shout out to
My
Crimson
camera's off, so
Jet.
you can't see, but I'm flicking you off.
That's fine, man. It's
Why
fine.
is your camera off the whole night? What are you doing over there?
Because he's flicking something else off. That's why he doesn't want anybody to
Still
see.
wearing
it.
his Geeks and
You know
Gamers
what?
uniform.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I took them off. I put them on the desk. and
No,
they
it's
just
part of the
exploded.
contract. You don't understand when you're hired by another organization. They don't
Mhm.
want you to. They don't want you to technically work anywhere else. So this is kind of like the middle ground. They're like,
man.
listen, stay off camera. We need to have all the ESG on our side. You can't give it to anyone else.
He's
You know?
never gonna let this go.
You know,
I'm never
Geeks
gonna
and
let it go.
Gamers owns Kata's
when
likeness.
we go to MegaCon, when I go to MegaCon and they were like, "Oh my God, it's Kata," he's gonna be like, "Man, fuck this guy, Kata, dog."
Oh, 100%.
Over there trying to get on at the meetup, people would have shake his hand. I knew him
That'll
when he
that'll
had
be the
300
first meetup I
subs.
show up to,
Oh shit! Now I got
and
it.
you won't even know I'm there.
I
I'll be
would-
like,
I would
Kata,
pay
yo,
good money.
I'm your biggest fan, Kata. Damn, I didn't realize I'd be so high above you though, but that's okay. I love you,
I
man.
would pay good money to see Hypnotic at the meetup. That'd be great.
Nah, what I would do is I would say I'm your biggest fan. I would arm wrestle you. I would win. I would have someone record it
I
and
would
post
win.
it.
That's great.
I would post it on YouTube.
Nah,
That's
dude.
what I would do.
As long
Pay
I would know
someone
it
to
was
go
you,
and
dude.
say
I
they're
know.
you.
If I just see like some big Puerto Rican nigga come out of nowhere, it's Hypnotic.
Wait, there's other big Puerto Rican. What are you talking about? It's not a
It's not a
guarantee.
lot. It's not a lot of them out here in our space.
No, you're thinking about Mexicans. Mexicans are the short ones.
Correct.
That's what you're
By,
thinking
by the
about.
way, I imagine every Puerto Rican looks big compared to you. Like,
Also correct.
I would imagine every human looks big compared to him, but that's who's keeping track.
Slightly
It's fine.
correct.
All right, man,
I think it's a little unfair you keep busting Kata's balls for having two jobs because like most of his kind don't even have one.
Oh,
That was actually a good one. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Holy shit.
savage. Nice. Good one.
So,
Damn,
so
good
when
job.
you're more depressed, you tell better jokes.
Oh
I'll
my
be
god.
real.
Is that how
I'm
much-
actually sick as hell, and I saw so many people call out today. And I was like, I can't call out and Hypno everyone that I fucking did. So
You sound
Yeah.
sick.
that's
when
all
you
I'm
hear
here.
it.
I'm dedicated like a motherfucker.
Everybody
Thank
else
you,
is like,
thank
I,
you.
I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't. I'm gonna be late. I can't make it. Fuck it. I'll show up. Whatever.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll do this show solo. Doesn't matter. I mean, that's how it
man.
started. But
I gotta get on
fine.
Amazon and get some.
Yeah.
thank
my
you,
first
Crimson
reaction.
Jet. Much love, bro. I appreciate you. All right, let's catch up on these last few. Let's get started. We got GDR with a 20. Our Pirates Life for me. Bring piracy back to gaming. No more buying games for me. That's a good. That's a
Hey,
good
GDR
one.
dropped
I
a
need to copy and
bar.
paste that. That was good.
Come to the Balkans, GDR.
That was
You'll
good.
be in heaven here.
Hey.
GDR, thank you, brother. That is awesome. I need to use that.
Okay.
Toxin, you could actually probably turn that into like an AI song. Toxin with a 2. Atreus lost his keys at Trans Fest in Atlanta.
Oh man, yo.
Probably. Probably. That's why he wouldn't turn the camera to see where he's really at. Little Kate is abandoned love child with a 5. Sorry, Atreus, I borrowed your truck to find my dad. And to take Cassie to Chili's, I got your card. Mwah.
God damn.
All right.
Man, Mackin.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh my god.
Valius with a 2. Hail, Bigot Army. Hail, Hypno. What's up, man? How you doing? And then Rodoka with a 2. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, higher Steam Peak versus Avowed. We were actually going to talk about that. It wasn't planned, but I had saw that during the intro. And I'm like, ooh, interesting.
I don't even know what that is. And it still did better than Avowed. That's crazy.
Most likely, I'm going to be playing that game Monday. I want to do a poll, but I already know it's probably going to win. So it's one of those things. Well, Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon.
Yeah, that looked cool, man. I was looking at it today, actually.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. But we'll check it out. All right, we're fully caught up everywhere. Thank you guys so much again for the insane.
Didn't agree, looked good. Smash JT because this is our game.
I didn't hear a single. You sound like you are sniffing
Are you
farts,
in a
bro.
submarine right now? What the hell was that?
I said, you know who didn't comment on that game? Talking about how cool it looked. Smash JT because he doesn't play games.
Oh. See, it's not as funny though when you have to like redo it.
I know.
Go
I
blow
might
your
be
nose,
playing
man.
it.
Go
I
blow
might
your
be
nose.
playing it. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're gonna finish a game or anything. Scott's fucking shit. I finished 5 games, and you're still on Expedition 33, bro. How is that even possible?
How is he still playing?
You're
Expedition
playing 5
33,
days
dude?
a night almost. How is that possible? And you stream for longer than I do sometimes. You stream
Because
for
I
like 3
played
hours.
Doom for like 2 weeks first, and in between. If I didn't play Doom, I'd be done with Expedition.
I beat Doom and Expedition. Anyway, you know what's fine.
Wait,
To be
did you
fair,
beat
I'm
Doom?
still playing Expedition.
Yes,
33,
I beat
but my
Expedition
net was
Talking about
33.
Smash.
Oh no, he didn't beat Doom, bro.
To be fair,
I didn't beat it either. I
no,
didn't
you
beat it.
beat Doom faster than the average average players would. You beat games faster than most people do it.
Yes, exactly.
So
You
I
got it.
mean,
It
Yeah,
just
but
flies through.
5 in one game. 5 versus his not even one completed game.
I can't argue that one. I tried my best, JT.
I just beat
Yeah,
AI
I'm
Limit
just
last
saying-
night, bro.
I mean, Hypno just hits it, quits it. I like to take my time. I like to massage
This
the
guy.
game. I like to.
Can we get some Barry White playing?
I like to
It
massage.
doesn't
the
matter
game.
how long you
Oh.
take Smash if the quality fucking sucks.
Quality's great.
You know what? I need. All right. If anyone,
4
if
hours
anyone's
with a
got time,
sausage.
if anyone's got
And
the
who
time,
wants
you
to
get that
sit there
clip
for
of,
hours upon hours taking parries to the face?
You clearly, you're there watching it.
No,
Anyone-
because I'm there editing, listening to you. I'm not even watching. Anyway,
If anybody has that that clip of that
Bro's
clip
gonna
of
smack
Captain
you in the
America
face,
just
going,
lapping Falcon up, like, you know, on your left,
On
on your
your
left,
left.
on your left.
On
Let's
your
put
left.
Hypno and JT in that one.
On your left.
Get that
That's
done.
crazy.
Great.
you can make some really good beams. All right, guys, let's get into the content, man. We're gonna start off. We might as well just talk about Tainted Grail really quick, just because it's kind of funny. So, just really fast. This wasn't planned or anything, but this game released recently. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. It's a lot of people are saying it's like a Soul / Oblivion kind of remix, which immediately caught my attention when I heard that.
I want to
It
play
hit-
that, man.
It hit a peak on Steam of 20,011,
Damn.
which is interesting for a game that's coming out from. I don't believe what did this studio ever release before? They released a couple of games before, like weird little small games here and there.
Oh, so
Was
they,
this a
they had
stealth
a
drop? I never even
that's a
heard of it.
sequel of some sort, I think.
They what?
The first game was like it has the same name but a different, Conquest. Tainted
Probably
Grail
DLC or
Conquest.
something.
This is probably some form of like, let's see, this might be like a ARPG or something. No, card game. I have no idea what the fuck
You know
is
what
this.
it looks like? Honestly, like people say it's Soulsy, like in terms of look. No, it looks like a mix of like Elder Scrolls and Kingdoms of Amalur, if you remember that game.
Oh,
on
hell
360.
yeah.
Yes.
That game's great.
Yeah, it was a fire ass game. It looks like a mix of that. That's really kind of what has me intrigued, low key.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
good.
Trying to play all these games, bro.
See, now
I feel
gotta go
like
play
Kingdom of
Game Club.
Amalur really didn't get its
Didn't.
due diligence. It's really sad.
Because didn't it release around the same time as Skyrim and Dragon's Dogma? Like,
Yeah.
shortly after.
It
both of
kind
those
of
games?
got overshadowed.
And then the company
Pretty sure
went
Ari
under.
Salvatore worked on that game, which was like one of my favorite writers.
But the beautiful
They
thing is
actually
that
have
this
Bloom
random
Women here.
game, is beating Avowed, which is just hilarious. By the way, now you're gonna get people say, "Oh, but Avowed was on Game Pass. What about the 5 million players?" It's like, come on,
It's
bro.
like the businessman of Yu Yu Hakusho. You never expect it.
Seriously.
Was anyone
Um,
actually happy playing that piece of shit? Really?
No.
No.
Yeah, man.
Not even the people who made it were happy.
Although, ironically, can confirm this game in the character creator. So there's two things about this game that I know of so far because I booted it up. I made a character just to kind of mess around, but I didn't actually play the game. Number one, there's no A and B nonsense. It's male and female. There is no pronoun nonsense in it. It's a really straightforward character creator. This second thing, and this is a little more worrisome, it's becoming a trend in RPGs, especially like these. No body sliders whatsoever. You can't do anything to the body at all as a
Very
male
well
or a female. The only thing you can do is add a tat. It's basically like Avowed. Same thing like Avowed. You can only add a tattoo or something, but you cannot body slide anything whatsoever. So that kind of sucks.
Now, Avowed was a massive, project backed by Xbox, the whole nine. What about this? Is this like an indie game that's just got good production?
I heard it has under 50 people that worked on it.
It's 55 people worked on this game, so this is a pretty small project, a little bit bigger than Expedition 33, but it's probably in the same realm of budget, maybe slightly more. So it doesn't really need a major hit in order for it to make its money back or anything like that. So I think 20K concurrent is a decent start. I'm sure they would want a lot more, but again, time will tell. We are in the first weekend. We'll see if the second weekend or maybe word of mouth, because games like this take it's like a 50-60 hour game. So as word of mouth gets out there, if it's positive or negative, then that could determine where this game goes. Right now, it's not looking too amazing. I mean, it's at 85%. Positive. It's got 5,000 reviews so far, but 85%
playing right now.
It seems like it's
Yeah.
getting like that feel good, like, hey, this is actually pretty dope, like, you know, little not very well known game, but I'm having some fun with it. That's kind of the general reception that I'm seeing from this game, which is cool. If it wasn't such a stacked, like, you know, going into summer, I would definitely have picked this up. But it's definitely on my to play list in the future for sure, because it does look really cool.
Yeah,
I was. Throw that in a
I
wish
was
list.
Shut up, Cassie. We need to make sure everything is we bitch about woke. We got journalists watching. They got articles to write.
I was sent a review copy of it, and I haven't been able to get to it. But to be fair, I didn't ask for it. They just
This
proactively
fucking
sent it.
guy. Oh, I got a review copy, and I still haven't played it because I'm Smash JT.
So Smash JT has he's basically confirmed the studio likes to waste money. All right, that's fine. Listen,
No.
Smash
That's
JT
crazy. No. Well, hold up.
They
I
should
think
have
the
said
studio
free. I would have been playing it.
content creators, and they saw me, and they were like, "Hey, you know, this guy's
Hey, this guy doesn't play games, so let's
Big time
get him on
gamer.
games.
Yeah, give
Look at
me
this.
a key and I'll
Booty
boot it up.
JT.
Talk about it. That's
Oh, damn. They said you're mooing, my guy. They said
I
you're
didn't ask
mooing.
for
Oh, you found your moo. Whee! Good job. Where'd that come from? Oh, wow.
Sorry, the fucking wee is just killing me every time.
Wee's amazing. They said you're mooing and weeing. That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
insane.
Gross.
You know what? That's fine. But yeah, I'm interested in this game. I'm excited to check it out. I like
it does
the
have decent sales, by the way.
What was that?
It does have decent sales for a game that's out for 2 days. Like they're like the game analytics
it's not
stuff.
bad.
Yeah, the game analytics stuff. They're still not very accurate, but like having that many sales in 2 days for such a game, it's pretty okay in my view.
Yeah.
I always take it at the lowest number usually, so I always imagine like 140 is probably where it's at right now, maybe 150. 150 at full price though. I mean, what's this game selling for again? I forget. Let me see. $45, bro. So this is
another $45 game.
Damn,
Yeah.
how are
Yeah.
$80 games
$50
gonna
game?
how are $80 games gonna succeed in a market where good quality games keep coming out at $45-$50?
Be Rockstar.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're
they're
saying a huge giant fuck you to the AAA currently, like with
They
the 70
are.
and $80. They're saying, you know what?
That's cool.
F you to the moon. We're gonna sell it for like even for less than $50. Even though $50 is already below standards, they say fuck you. We're saying that, and people are gonna go to those games just like.
And
with
think about the
Expedition 33.
value proposition too. I mean, a $50
Yeah.
game with 50 to 60 hours of content. I mean, again, it's another Expedition 33 situation where they're just flat
Exactly.
out saying, okay, you guys want to charge $80 for that? Fine. We're not going to do that, you know? So this is awesome. I mean, it's good to see that there are some studios out there that are trying to give you an actual value for your dollar versus other studios that are just like, well, you're not a real fan unless you pay $80 for my game.
I'm starting to think that like those smaller developers were kind of banding together and were waiting for something like this, and we're like, okay, this is our chance to basically kick them in the
Annihilate them,
kneecaps and just go for the kill. Because with those $70-$80, they're like, yeah, players are gonna pay up. And now these smaller developers comment, no, you don't have to pay up. Here's good content for less money. And you already see what's happening. Like you saw what's happening with Doom Dark Ages. Like Doom Dark Ages is a very nice game. I watched several streams. Like I can't play it on my potato PC, but it's a nice game. But $70, like for what, less than 20 hours of content or something?
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
even
I
the
beat that game
time.
in 15.
The thing is, it's not even necessarily the time, you know, that's attached to these $80 games, $70-$80 games. It's more so like like where's the value? Like, you know, that's what I constantly question with AAA games that are at these. There's just no like, bro. If it's just like a 20-hour game, but it's the fucking best 20 hours I've ever fucking had playing video game, bro, I'll pay money. Like, you know, but these games, they they can't even sell me on a hope and a dream, and they want to charge me $80 fucking dollars. Like, this is a joke. The only
Exactly.
thing in front of this game really is just the fact that nobody really knows about it. Asmongold tweeted out like literally at 1 a.m. today.
I saw that.
Yeah, I just heard about this game, played it for about an hour, and so far so good. And it's like the only thing holding this game back is the lack of knowledge. Whereas you see games like Avowed, like Microsoft's put these games in front of everyone's face, and they're basically they have maximum like potential in terms of being seen, but nobody cares. Whereas like some of these smaller titles, the thing that's holding them back is brand recognition, as well as just the fact that they need to get their game out there into more eyes.
Yeah, I'm curious where this is going to fall, but I think that from it's definitely a smaller studio. I mean, you could just, even if you didn't know the numbers, you could tell by their previous games, this is not exactly a big, publisher or studio, because most of their games seem to be very cozy, small scale kind of video games, so this is their first ever attempt at something that's a lot bigger than that. And I just like the setting. I like the darker fantasy style setting. So it's pretty cool. So I'll be most likely checking this one out Monday, and I guess we'll go from there. I know Veridark is playing it. What happened?
Like I'm just sitting there. I'm thinking. I'm like, how many games have we had this year that have come out under like $50? And they've all been bangers. And it's like you really don't have any excuse for charging the amount of money that you're charging for these AAA games, because all these little indie studios are giving us all this fun, all this content for like $45, $50, $25. All these games coming out, and then you want to be fucking Dragon Age and be like, hey, we're going to charge $70 for a fucking HR simulator.
It's gonna be really difficult for them to sell that idea. I'm telling you,
even
better,
very hard.
Yeah, man, it's not gonna work.
Even better.
No, it's not going to work. The tide's changed.
I don't see anybody paying like $70 to $80 for a video game anymore. I really don't.
No,
see
that's a lie. That's a lie.
There's still a lot of marks out there, but I think the tide has turned for people.
I will say for sure that gamer gamers, it's not like people who just want like a new game, but gamers, people who want value for their dollar.
Gamers.
Yeah, they're gonna look at a lot of what's going on in the market, like up $70, $80, $90 games, $100 for fucking GTA. You know what? You got it, Rockstar. You got it, Nintendo. I'm gonna go ahead and go play these games. And when those games hit a sale or some shit like that, or if I find them on an ISO or some shit, then I'll try your game out. We'll see how it goes from there, and I'll let you know if it's worth the $100 at that point.
Yeah, it's the thing is, it's like, a lot of us are rational purchasers. Like, we're willing to put some money out there, but if it looks worth it, bro. A big majority of my channel is just making fun of pay pigs. That's what they are. They're literal fucking pay pigs.
Whales.
We've had motherfuckers that have said, I'll easily pay $100 for games. These are the type of people that we're dealing with in the space, unfortunately. And how many of them are out there, in terms of willing to pay 80 to 100? I don't know, but I'm sure there's a lot of them, especially with brand recognition. It isn't even doing their research or knowing or looking at the game and seeing if it's good or not. They just will look at a long-standing franchise and they will pay like the pay pigs that they are. They don't give a fuck.
Correct.
Yeah. Also, we're at the stage where like a lot of casual buyers are starting to watch more and more YouTubers before they buy. Like, it's much bigger than it was several years ago. Like, I've had a lot of people on my streams, even though they're smaller streams, that were getting like, they're like, okay, you're playing Expedition 33, I want to see how it goes, and they're going on other streams. I was the same actually as well. Like, I generally tend to look at a game, especially a new release, to see if it's worth it because of the rising prices. I mean, like, when we go to $100, like, less and less people are gonna be able to spend $100 for something that they don't really know if it's gonna pan out the money.
I wouldn't be surprised if by next generation, like PS6 and whatnot, we're looking at $89.99 being the standard. Eventually, they're gonna creep their way up. I wouldn't be surprised if every generation now they creep their way up $10.
It's gonna.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it's just not going to be sustainable, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Of course not.
surprised if they actually do the full shrinkflation, like go full shrinkflation, where it's like we'll charge you $80-$90 for a disc that has like 83 megabytes of access to the game, so that you can then download it to your console or whatever, something like that. You don't actually own the game; you just own a physical license. Like that's basically what they're doing. I feel like that's what's going to happen, unfortunately.
Well,
The
you know, you
legal
need to
loopholes
get
are gonna be
comfortable
wild.
not owning your games.
Yeah, they're going to try and do it one way or the other, whether it's pricing you out or what. And we can all see it, so they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
You know who got comfortable not owning games? Warner Brothers.
They also got comfortable on owning nothing.
Yeah,
especially money.
Quite a bunch of debt.
We're gonna talk about that.
I think it's hilarious, though, man.
Oh,
I
it
hope
is.
they keep doing it because they're just
This
going to crash
shit
their industry.
is wild. So I did a video on this earlier today. Technically filmed it yesterday.
Yep.
Warner Brothers. Hilarious headline, by the way. A rare New York Post W, but says, "Brother, can you spare $40 billion?" Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav looking to offload assets. So
That's hilarious.
this
That
is
nice.
this is the beginning of the end, boys. This is the beginning of the end. So Warner Brothers is at, and this is total, by the way, not just the gaming side of things, but obviously the gaming side of things have lost at this point. I would easily imagine over a couple billions of dollars if you add up everything. $40 billion in debt. $40 billion in debt. This company has more debt than some small countries. That is,
my country.
Yeah,
this
that
company
is-
has more debt than the GDP of my country.
Right. I need people to understand that. Like this is the level of retardation. This is the level of extremity that we have gone to when it comes to companies just wasting money, throwing shit at the wall that they know is not going to stick. But hey, as long as a random trans person that was never going to buy their shit anyway feels good about what they saw, well, I guess that it's worth the $40 billion.
I mean, can I jump in real quick? I feel like
interject. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. Thank you. I feel
You're
like for the longest time we would just kind of assume we would just assume
It's killing me. I don't know why it just works.
for the longest time we'd assume that BlackRock and Vanguard were behind the scenes pulling strings because there's no way a company would be as stupid as this is, where they're just frivolously spending money on DEI hire after DEI hire, pushing the agenda and ideology on their website. It's like, okay, there's got to be money coming from somewhere to fill the gap. And then we fast forward to this, and it's like, well, maybe they're just retarded, because clearly there's nothing there. What were they doing for the past 2 years?
Taking all the wrong turns.
What makes me worried is that this is what makes me worried is that somebody actually kept lending them money, which is crazy. Somebody actually kept lending them money, right? Because Warner Brothers has been in debt for a long time. Warner Brothers has been in this amount of debt for a very, very long time. And it just recently, so they talked about it. The reason why they're talking about it now again, because I think I saw somebody in the chat say, why are they reading an old article? Because it was officially confirmed at the end of 2024 that Warner Brothers was $40 billion in debt. But just recently, they got their entire company stock dropped down to essentially junk status. So the company is worth fucking nothing at this point. Their stock has been downgraded so hard over the last couple of days that this is basically a big warning sign to people to not invest in this company anymore. I haven't checked the stock for this company yet. I got to imagine that investors are going to slowly but surely start pulling out as this report came out about their stock being downgraded to the lowest it possibly can. But this is bad because now you got, again, I don't understand how this is a company that, well, they didn't make it, but again, they're the company that published it. They had Hogwarts Legacy, one of the biggest hits. They should research this level of fumbling the bag, because I know like everybody always focuses on Concord. Oh, it lost $400 million. It was only out for 10 days, whatever. But Hogwarts Legacy, bro, that shit was $1 billion franchise, and they took all that money and they pissed it away. Legitimately. They
Uh,
pissed
do-
it away to the point where they can't even try to double down and sell their definitive edition of Hogwarts Legacy because they canceled it. Because they
know what
can't
else
afford to
dropped?
make it.
You know what else released between Hogwarts Legacy and this where we are right now?
What's that?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, well, that's one of the big reasons why they
The
lost
Suicide
so much money.
Squad. Suicide Squad was such a fucking failure. Like it was buggy as fuck on launch. They gave you a whole bunch of bullshit pay to win shit. Not pay to win, but pay to play shit to deal with. They screwed the whole fucking story. Like nobody's
Like, for a
upset
shit
that
show.
you killed. Nobody's
You
upset that
killed
you killed the
Batman.
Justice League. They're upset at how you killed the Justice League, and you just basically told everybody, you know what? We don't want y'all to buy our shit anyway. So
Inadvertently started Gamergate too.
yeah, that too.
As the
$9,
cell phones
boys.
go, that's pretty much a nuclear one.
God damn. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but check
$9.
check
Wow.
to see that it has been the same pretty much for the last several years. Like they
Yeah, it
haven't
has.
had a
It had,
spike.
like a one
but,
hard
it's
fight. That was Hogwarts
Yeah.
Legacy, right? Or no, that was early. That was earlier. Never mind.
2021. Yeah.
Dude,
Holy
COVID
shit.
That's
just
also the COVID
ment-
spike.
Yeah, COVID mentally warped so many fucking
Yes.
companies into
Mhm.
complete
Oh,
total
yeah.
fucking delusion.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Well, because they made
yeah.
so much money and it was
Yep.
so easy
Well,
that they
government was
thought
just
they
printing
could
money and
maintain that. Yeah.
Giving them money for everything.
Yeah, they thought it was the rule rather than the exception.
Another
Yeah.
funny situations with a bunch of like conventions. Like E3 tried to go digital. DC tried to start their own digital convention and shit like
Yep.
that, and they all flopped like a
Fandom.
year and a half later. It's
Fucking
like,
fandom.
who would have
Jeez.
fucking thought that people like showing up to these events? Like, come on now.
They just really don't have people that are managing that company well, in my opinion.
No.
You want to know how that became pretty obvious to me, aside from all the Suicide Squad and multiverse, all that stuff, bro. When I saw this, I was like, all right, there's retards at this company, bro. There's no doubt about it. Like, there's fucking retards there. Why are you changing the name back to HBO Max?
I saw this and I lost my mind.
I called this a year ago.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Like,
Or whenever it was that they did it.
I didn't even know that.
They changed
I
it
thought I
four
said they
times.
were going to do this. I said when they just called it Max, I was like, "That's retarded." They will go back to the
Well,
brand.
it used to be
It was
HBO Go.
It was
It is
some
HBO
woman that
now.
was just like,
Then
I
it's
need to
HBO
make a name for myself. I'm gonna make this decision here, and people are gonna remember me for it. And it's like,
Williams.
no, that's
Well-
stupid. Yeah, exactly.
Well, they do remember it for bad decisions.
He said
Exactly.
Riri Williams.
How much money on name that company?
Iconic.
Like,
Literally everyone was like, why are you dropping HBO? That's literally the brand name that
Yeah,
you're
it's a
known
brand. What are
for.
you doing?
That's prestige TV, dude.
It's
When you think of
literally a
HBO, you
a
think about
name
the
that
best shows.
exactly. It's synonymous with lots of high quality TV shows. Here you go.
That's crazy. Beardo is out of pocket, bro. What the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. I just googled huge Puerto Rican man and then found this.
Oh my god.
And
That
it,
is insane, bro.
Hell no,
Christ.
dude.
And you
That's
put the G and
disgusting.
G tattoo on the bicep. That's crazy.
Yeah, like a
that's
prick,
crazy.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You got
Anyway,
the, he's got the Jeremy.
Oh, and
glasses and
actually, if you look at the necklace too, there you
It's
go.
a foot.
All right, dude.
God,
You got too much
put on
time on your hands. Too
Wow.
much time on your hands.
that's
That's
insane.
Well, you know, I am just sitting here listening to you guys talk, and it's good.
That's amazing.
But
yeah, Chief.
like, Warner Brothers has been fucking up left and right, front and center, up and down, all over the fucking place for like the last however many, maybe after like shortly after Arkham Knight. Like after that, they it's like they just stopped doing what they were doing correctly. Right? Like that's when they started giving us a bunch of movies nobody asked for because they brought on Zack Snyder, his goofy ass. And then that's around the time that Zaslav came through and they just canned it like what's it, a $9 billion, not $9 billion, but $990 million, something like that. Batgirl, they finished production on that and then said we're not releasing it. Fuck that up, and then like you got
To
a
be
whole
fair,
bunch.
that did look terrible. Though.
I don't care. I wanted to laugh. Like
Yeah.
they had a whole bunch of bullshit like that.
It might have gone viral. You never know.
So let's ask.
Fucked up. Flash
Let's ask
fucked
the
up,
obvious question.
Shazam.
Let's ask the obvious question. So, what does this mean for the new DCU that's on their now third try? What is this?
James
what is
Gunn
this
is gonna
mean?
make it happen.
That Superman movie is
You really
going
think
to have
James
to be
Gunn
the
is going to make
greatest
it
thing.
happen?
No, I'm not saying he's gonna revive Warner Brothers. He's just gonna make those movies happen because he wants ownership of those movies.
I don't know, man.
That's the kind of person that
There's
James
so
Gunn is.
much riding on Superman.
Guardians isn't the Guardians wouldn't exist if it wasn't for James Gunn. That's the kind of mentality he has. Like that's like what's the guy's name? Matt Reeves, the guy who did the first the Batman movie, the Pattinson Batman movie that people like.
Yeah, it was Matt
like
Reeves.
he's hoping that Matt doesn't drop a second Batman movie so that it can get pushed on a table that James Gunn wants to do Batman trilogy or some shit like that. Like that's what his mentality is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it is disorganized to James Gunn because he's going to get his movies and his money. That's all.
Well, I think that this is happening here right now because again they're liquidating some assets. They're in full fucking damage control at this point, but I don't really know how much. Like, how can you damage control 40 billion? Like, that's just not possible at this point.
It's so bad that they're considering selling off Looney Tunes,
like
which
you
is
guys
fucking insane to me.
Bro, at this point, you got stage 6 cancer, all right? Like this, you might as well. You're dead.
Hypno, this is on top of backing and being behind the Minecraft movie that is
First we mine, then we craft.
They are making infinite money off of that. Imagine how much debt they'd be in without that movie.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I gotta imagine that this is probably going to spell the death for a couple of more studios. I am going to go out on a limb and say Rocksteady is probably going to be next at some point.
Probably,
I think
but they don't
might
even have
try to
that
do
many
one more
people working
Batman
there
game
anymore.
Well, that's kind of furthers my point, though.
Right. But I don't know, like on the bottom line, what kind of an impact that would make. I feel like there's going to be like a massive studio that they need to take a look at.
It may not have an impact on the actual net debt, but it'll showcase that they're at least trying to go in the right direction for potential lenders in the future to try to help them. Because the less companies you have, the less payroll you have, the less responsibility, the less risk, and you can kind of all get together and focus under one umbrella. But I think Rocksteady would definitely be next. I don't think we're going to see Rocksteady alive in a couple of years. If this keeps going the way this is going.
Do you know, if you actually read into the details, ironically, you're going to get a kick out of this. What's actually what the cancer is to them?
What's that?
CNN.
Correct.
Yep.
That is not shocking.
I mean, technically they're not wrong, but
CNN is losing them infinite money every year, but they need to keep it alive because they want to be able to continue to push propaganda.
Of course. It's important for them. This is what we talk about all the time, and they swear there's certain people out there that swear this is not happening. It's like, no, it is happening. These people will 100% lose money hand over fist if it means that they have control over something a lot more important to them. And the most important thing to a lot of these fucking psychos is the political propaganda and the activism that they try to push in every piece of content that they do. This is why Warner Brothers is in the situation that it's in right now. This is why Rocksteady is in the situation that it's in right now, and all these companies are. This is why Monolith ended up getting shut down, because look at the writers that took over at Monolith.
Yep.
What's that psycho's name? Cypher or whatever? Fucking weirdo. Whatever.
Cypher the Sky Dragon?
They are so taken over. It's not about money, but now it's to the point, and we say this all the time, it may not be about money to you now because maybe you got subsidization to some extent somewhere, somehow. Somebody's investing in you, some private equity firm, whatever, some company thought they can make money from you. I don't know, you convince them somehow. You're subsidized for now, but that shit is eventually going to come home to roost at some point. Like, you're going to have to answer the call. And when you have to answer the call, I mean, it's going to probably be too late. And that's what's happening with all these companies now more than ever, because USAID money is gone. And a lot of these companies were relying on that USAID money. Look at all the, who was it? I forgot which news organization. I'm sure there's many of them. But there was one that was called out specifically by, what's that woman's name? She basically called them out live when they were in the journalist room. And she was like, with the USAID money going away, that means that news agencies like yours are going to now have to find another way. It might have been. I don't know. She basically said you're going to have to find a way to get subsidized now, because they were subsidizing subscriptions to their news agencies because nobody was actually subscribing to them. So they were paying for subscriptions to keep the company alive when they never were actually subscribing in the first place. How often is that happening? how often is that happening all throughout entertainment? You think people are really paying for this shit half the time? No,
No,
they're not.
and that shouldn't even exist. It's unnatural.
It was Politico. There you go. Politico. Thank you, Hook.
Okay.
Thank you, Hook.
Real quick, just going through a list of WB Game Studios. Avalanche Software, which is, I believe, the one behind Harry Potter, right? NetherRealm Studios with Mortal Kombat. Rocksteady, and then TT Games, and then WB Games Montreal. Oh God, of course they have an office in Montreal. WB Games Boston, WB Games New York, WB Games San Fran, which is I don't think a thing anymore. And they already have former studios. Snowblind Studios has been closed when it merged with Monolith. Monolith closed and shut both of them down. Surreal Software in Kirkland, Washington is shut down. Playdemic in Manchester, England shut down. Player First Games in LA shut down. And WB Games San Diego in my backyard shut down in 2019. So they have already shut down a substantial amount of game studios.
They shut down more than they own.
It's bad now.
Not yet, but it's close.
You think it's bad now? If they manage to survive until the next NRS Mortal Kombat, that's when it's going to be bad. All right, they managed to make money with 11 and the reboot, but that reboot aged like milk. Milk, bro. First off, people on the competitive FGC are not gonna fucking support the next Mortal Kombat like that because they basically pulled the rug right from under them. And two, nobody's gonna trust you enough to give you the benefit of the doubt like they did Mortal Kombat 1. You think this is bad? Mortal Kombat has managed to make money despite putting out 2 shit games for a while. But the second shit game they put out really showed how garbage they have become as a company.
You know what's funny that I just realized is that the same year that Hogwarts Legacy dropped, so did the Barbie movie, and that was distributed by Warner Brothers. So these motherfuckers made hand over fist money for a good amount of time, and they didn't think to themselves, maybe we should start doing this stuff more. What are you doing?
They probably just thought no matter what they did, turn to gold.
They're already in the hole to begin with, even when those happen.
True.
Yeah, but they could have sort of clawed their way back out. We would have got the headline to say that would have had like $37 billion of debt, and that would have been funny, but not as funny as this is.
Bro, what was it on that whole thing about? I don't know if it was someone from Sweet Baby or BlackRock that said it in an interview. Short-term monetary loss for long-term narrative
that's BlackRock.
And narrative gains. Well, there's your short-term monetary loss.
That's not a short-term loss. They were getting fucked for years.
But I mean, when they said that, and it was several months ago. I don't remember who said that. I think it was from Sweet Baby, but basically they were admitting that they were willing to lose money to push the narrative freely and for a long time. Well, 40 billion apparently small monetary loss to them.
Yeah, that's all. Drop in a bucket.
Well, I mean, look at how much certain investor companies are worth. Maybe it is a drop in the bucket for them. But again, it's all about the narrative, right? And this is why people they'll swear that that's not the truth, but it is, man. Because it's like if you're sick and somebody tells you, listen, you can save your life guaranteed right now. You just cut off your finger. Just cut off the finger that's sick. Otherwise, it's going to spread to your arm. And you're like, nope, I don't want to cut off the finger because the finger is going to convince the arm that it's okay. And then all of a sudden, the arm gets infected. The body gets infected. And before you know it, you're convinced yourself you're fine. And then you die. That's basically it.
Or you could be smart about it and say, give me the gun, I'll pull the trigger. Like, you could do that.
You could.
Good analogy.
But I don't know if it's going to work out too well.
Man, Warner's in so much trouble. They have literally cut their market cap into 1/3.
It's so stupid how
60 billion in 2022.
How known Warner Brothers is around the world. Like this is a brand that was in Hollywood. Like Warner Brothers was a part of Hollywood at the very fucking beginning. Like, what are you doing? How do you fuck up this badly that one of the pillars of what is known as the film industry? Like, it's crumbling. It's all crumbling. It's kind of funny to watch.
It went from
they really have gone from 59 billion to 21.
It went from a company being about passion to being about churning out just as
20
much content as possible.
Well, I mean, you know who is looking at Warner, right? Because Warner's trying to sell
Disney,
Looney Tunes and shit, right? Bro, you know Disney's around the corner
Disney.
like this right now.
Please,
Oh, hell yeah.
Disney
Oh my
fucking-
god.
Disney in the
Please,
fucking banana suit.
no.
Absolutely.
No,
Disney's
Disney
like,
buy it
please.
because Warner Brothers has Meat
No.
Canyon's Bugs Bunny parody.
That's
which
going to be
means
the end.
No.
of
Disney's gonna
fucking
own
Looney
a rapey bunny.
Trans
Yes.
We'll
Bunny.
finally get a sequel to Roger Rabbit.
See, while
Yeah,
that would be
that's good.
funny, while that
Oh,
would be
great.
funny, I'm not a fan of monopolies. Like I don't trust. Even if Disney did decide, like, you know, we're gonna start seeking this out, no, let's not let that happen.
I don't want them to have it. I just think it'd be hilarious.
It's gonna be, you know, Sony and Microsoft trying to buy each other at this point. Like, what are we doing?
But do not let Disney get hold of Looney Tunes, because if they did ever do a Roger Rabbit sequel, can you imagine what they would do
Buttercup.
to
Oh,
Jessica
Buttercup.
Rabbit?
Jessica
Rabbit would have
Jessica
gone.
Rabbit with a side
Oh,
shave,
God.
flannel shirt, no
She's
tits,
gonna be trans. She's gonna be
double
trans.
mastectomy.
I mean, that might be why they
Gun's
never
gun-
brought
it's
her
not gonna
back.
be a real gun. Like
Plus
Roger Rabbit's
size.
actually gonna be a misogynist rapist or some shit like that.
Oh,
Like,
100%. Yeah.
Also,
Eddie
Roger Rabbit's
Valiant
gonna be
is,
like.
This is gonna be Jessica Rabbit if Disney gets their fucking hands on this. Look at this.
It'll be like Eddie Valiant's son.
Ah,
Oh God.
accurate.
That's
See
it.
how
It is.
fucking
Jessica-
quickly you were able to find that. That's
That
dark.
is disgusting.
That
is
would be.
terrifying.
That would probably be the biggest video any of us would ever make. I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
I
get.
would make a
I'd
3-hour
never stop
video.
making videos about something like that.
Oh,
I
But
would
you
love
know
to
it's
get a
true.
loop of me laughing.
This is
for
exactly
3
what they would
hours.
do. We joke
Disney,
about it, but
do
we're
not
actually being
listen
very
to me.
serious.
While you're playing,
This
I stopped-
100%
I would
could happen.
I would
It's
stop
bad
playing
that
video
we
games
joke
and
about
become the
it.
Mike Zero of Disney at that point. Like that's all I would talk about.
Every
Forever.
video.
Yeah.
Disney
Every
fucks
video.
Jessica Rabbit.
It's very
Probably
concerning
name
when
it
the
Mike
things we
Rabbit
joke
or something.
about.
Yeah.
Jesse Rabbit, exactly.
James
Jesse
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Strands,
Our
Jessica
best
Rabbit.
jokes, our best jokes are their like most serious like
Yeah,
attempts.
they're most serious attempts. Yes.
And you saw what they did to Lara Croft. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no.
God damn.
Oh,
God,
Oh, wow. That is somehow worse.
Oh my god!
That is
Why
somehow
does
worse.
Tumblr
Giving
exist?
Disney ideas, you know?
Man,
You're
if I had a
giving
time
them
machine,
legit ideas.
I'll go back
I
and
mean,
shut down Tumblr before it ever started.
That shit looks like it
Nip
was
the
dropped
weight-
by Noel
Basically,
Stevens.
someone go back in time and undo Tumblr.
Undo Tumblr. That's it.
No,
That's all
don't
you
undo
need.
Tumblr. Let Tumblr live so that they can stay there.
That's
Can
what
you
I
like-
say.
It's
You like
true.
legally
Alright,
bind
yeah,
someone
but
once
close it
you
off.
sign up to
Build a
Tumblr.
wall.
Your
It's like
email
Tartarus
address, your
prison.
IP
Once they
address
allow-
is
This is the most accurate I've seen so far. This one.
god damn.
You
That's
just
disgusting.
know
How
it'll
are there
be
so
short
many
hair.
of these?
You know it'll be short haired, earrings.
That's what I was picturing when I said it.
I'm so
100%.
happy.
Fuck.
They would get rid of the long hair. Long hair is
He
feminine.
had
Yeah.
different
Sorry, Leon.
piercings and
Very
everything,
feminine.
dude.
God,
Oh,
the internet
God.
is legit. If you can think it up, it exists. Like what the
100%.
And it's
Of
always
course.
this
Rule
fucked up
34.
shit too, man.
Rule
This is why
34.
that's a better idea. Go back in time, make it so if you sign up to Tumblr, your IP address is banned from the rest of the internet.
And you know what's
Forever.
sad? If this ever came out, they would gaslight the shit out of you, and they would try to tell you, "Oh, it's always been this way. She's always been a trans icon." They will come up with some revisionist fucking history. What does this guy want?
Fucking amazing. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Come on, man.
I see nothing.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Great
No.
news now.
Give me
Man.
a break, man.
Join when you get home. I'm not gonna do no mobile shit.
I see a floating hat.
You drive it. Next thing you know, we're gonna hear gunshots and stuff. I'm good.
There's
bro.
like someone in
my
the trunk
God.
screaming. Yeah.
I'm literally like 20 minutes from home. Come on, you can take this for 20. Pause.
I
Hey,
can't
yo,
go
hey,
there.
hey, hey, yo.
Oh, that's
Hey,
fine.
yo.
You gotta go.
That's
That
crazy.
one.
What do you mean? What do
Bye.
you mean?
That's how you got that woman in the trunk.
That's crazy. I see only teeth. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yikes.
amazing. I was trying not to say it, but he said it. I didn't say it. Anyway,
Bro, it was just a floating head, dude. That's all
but
it
no,
was.
seriously, man. Like, bro, Disney is definitely looking at them. You just know they're just waiting. They're biding their time, you know, because eventually it's gonna start with, you know. Do you think? Oh, so you want to talk about monopoly? What if Disney buys the DC universe? movie rights.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, then we're finally
Oh, well,
getting
then-
that
Rachel
DC
Zegler
Marvel
Snow White is
crossover.
gonna be with the Teen Titans.
You're
Wait,
gonna
are
get
we gonna get
Superman
a
versus Captain America,
Marvel
and they're
versus
both going to end
DC?
up gay.
Can you imagine?
Exactly. You'll get gay
I can
Captain
imagine,
America
that's the
versus
point.
Black Superman, and they'll end up in a relationship with each other.
And he's gonna
My
say,
thing is-
"Well, that's America's ass."
You know, Disney's listening to Will right now. They're like, this dude's spitting.
It's spitting fire.
I'm
They
just
over
trying
there-
to think
they
of
over there like
all the worst things you could possibly fucking do. But hey, if it felts
They're
Disney
like,
and
slow
puts him in
down.
the
I can only
grave
write so
faster.
fast. What was that about Superman being gay?
The sad thing is that you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I'm thinking of the worst things." But to be honest, they're also doing that too. They're thinking to themselves, "What can I put in here that's going to piss off everybody who watches it?"
The Flash
That's-
too. He
that's-
resets. He
Bro,
resets
you know
the
what's
universe
disgusting?
again.
I just thought of the most disgusting thing. Fucking
Oh, no.
Bugs Bunny being second fiddle to
The guy
Mickey
next to
Mouse.
you is
Like, get the
disgusting.
fuck out of here,
Please
bro.
get the
Or
fuck
even
outta
worse,
here with that.
even worse, the WB intro with Bugs Bunny, but instead of the WB logo, it's fucking Apple logo. Bro, I want to throw myself off a fucking roof. Like, holy shit.
That's going to be insane.
Hey, yo, the great merge is about to happen.
I'm telling you, man.
Kill me.
We're joking,
Stop, you're
but
giving me so
this
many
could be a
manga
real. This
ideas.
could be a realistic future. It really can.
Bro, it's
Where-
sad
I mean, you
because
just think about it. Like they used to cross dress back in the early days of Looney Tunes, just like
Yep.
Bugs Bunny would wear a
Bugs
dress
Bunny
and
girl
stuff like that.
disguise,
And it was funny because it wasn't tied to anything. But now they're gonna do well. As you can see, they were always trans. They were always trying to tell the message, even back in the
Yeah,
50s.
People try that shit on Twitter now, or X, I guess.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
try
basically.
that shit now. It's like, they're like, oh, well, what is this? Is queer coded or gay coded or some shit like that? Shut your coded shit up. It's
Yo,
called
honestly,
comedy.
I'm
Laugh.
surprised that they didn't turn Bugs Bunny like bi or something like that. You know, like trans. Like,
Yet.
like
Even more
no,
pissed
wouldn't
than
surprise
Elmer
me at
Fudd
all.
that
Don't
he's
jinx
giving
it.
that Lola. Like, it's crazy.
Oh man, it's
Stop
so
giving them
sad
ideas.
because like Warner Brothers, is like Looney Tunes was one of my most beloved things to watch. Like anything
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny, anything like it's so attached to my childhood.
Tiny
Like
Toons was my shit.
some of my most beloved moments are like watching Looney Tunes with my grandfather, and he would he would have the funniest fucking laugh. And I just
Oh, yeah.
that's one of like the best things I remember about watching Bugs Bunny as a kid. And it's like it's so
Mhm.
sad to now watch Warner Brothers be in such a shit situation now. They're willing to whore out Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny and just give it away because they decided to be this ridiculous.
I mean, I think they fucked up long ago anyway. Like Space
Absolutely.
Jam 2, when they decided to cut
Jesus,
Pepe Le
yeah.
Pew out of the movie. And then they made Lola basically look like a box. Like they did so much stupid shit that like it's like these are decisions that these are creative decisions that people actually appreciated about the characters, and you're changing it for what? There's no gain to change it. Just make new stuff with what people like already. And then, it's the infinite money glitch that people talk about so much. You're pleasing, previous fans, you're creating new fans, but no, you just want to, get rid of old fans or whatever for some fucking reason.
Because they don't want to make their own thing most of the time, man. They want to co-opt what's already popular and what's already there.
Fucking stupid.
Bro, you ever? All right, Cassie's a female. Maybe she knows, but you ever met a girl?
Are you sure?
That I haven't seen proof. You're right. That's true. That's true.
Go ahead.
She could be slanging, but who knows? Anyway,
Hey, yeah.
you ever met a girl that you'll ask her what she wants, she has no fucking idea,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Every time.
So it could
Hey, girl.
be as simple as a drink. Hold on, let me cook. Watch. It could be as simple as a drink. And let's say you drink it something, whatever. But she didn't want anything. But the moment you got it, she wants it.
Mhm.
Every time.
Everything that you got, she wants, right? But she just says she don't want anything beforehand, like not even 5 minutes before that. So that's the activist with the stuff that everybody likes. Everybody likes the shit. You already know that. And the activist is like, you know what? Since you like it, I want that. I don't want to make my own thing. I don't want to get my own thing. I want that. I want what you like. I want to make what you like into what I like. I don't care if it makes it ruins it for you. I don't care.
It's that joke of little
Activists are
kids.
naggy women. That makes sense.
It's that joke of little kids when, like, they see you eating, like, maybe like a slice of pizza or something like that. They're like, I like pizza too.
100%.
Who the fuck? Good joke.
100%. Like, you don't even know what the fuck pizza is, boy. Like,
Who asked your little ass anything?
Like what's on the top of this pizza? I don't know.
Spell pizza.
Exactly. Spell cheese.
I have one question for you guys, by the way, about Warner Brothers. What is the last memory, like the last thing that you can positively think about when you see the Warner Brothers logo? Like immediately your mind goes to there.
Just
Like
last
you know it's
good
Warner
thing they
Brothers.
made?
You know it's
the single DC films.
Yeah. Yes.
okay.
Like
Yeah,
before
it's
it became a DCU. That's the most recent thing I could think of.
The
Iron
Dark
Giant
Knight,
is what I think about.
I still think of Looney Tunes. That's still
Dark
there.
Knight, Looney Tunes, Batman, Arkham.
Yeah,
I mean, I was going with
Animaniacs.
recent. Like I was going with like
Yeah, I was
what's
going
the
with
most
Freakazoid.
recent memory.
Flash.
I mean,
Wait,
Mortal
it-
Kombat, Mortal Kombat 9, really?
Mortal
Even
Kombat
10,
9.
I enjoyed 10 a lot.
Not even that for me. It
10 is
has
okay.
to. I'm with Hypno on that one. It has to be the animated movies for me. Like fucking
Yeah, animated DC movies is what I
fucking-
think about a little
what
bit
was
too.
it Dark Blood Brothers or something like that? I can't remember what it was. Gotham by Gaslight. All of those movies. Those movies.
Yeah.
They were bangers after bangers, and they just
All right,
dropped it.
let me tell you why I'm asking, because those are good, and
Matrix.
I agree the animated movies. However, I don't necessarily connect them to Warner Bros. To me, the last time I connected Warner Brothers specifically to something absolutely great was Batman the Animated Series, and you know how that
that's the
starts
one.
with the Warner Bros. Logo that turns
Mhm.
into a Zeppelin.
Yeah, it turns into
And also Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Freakazoid, and all stuff. That was Warner Brothers. Like, when I
Freakazoid's
think of
legendary.
Warner
Night.
Brothers, that is the thing that
So
I
basically,
think back in my brain.
created,
The
produced,
90s.
and published by Warner Brothers. What
Yeah.
you're saying, not necessarily
Yeah.
just
So the 90s pretty
published.
much, yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
So,
the thing is, when you have a company like that, you need to move forward in the times, and you need to have more of that product that would connect
and beyond
just like that.
Shock.
And they
Well,
don't have
they
that.
thought
Like,
they were moving forward with the times. It's just that they went the wrong direction entirely.
yeah. That's why I asked the question. And she said, like with the animated movies, I personally don't immediately connect Warner Bros. With those Batman animated movies.
That's a good point. When you think
there's a
Matrix,
banger.
you think
They're bangers,
Wachowski
but I
brothers. You
connect
don't
them.
think Warner Brothers.
You don't think we're
Yeah,
Wachowski
yeah.
sisters?
Never.
I think they're amazing animated movies, but I don't connect them necessarily to Warner Brothers. It's not the logo that pops up in my brain.
Right.
People that made the Matrix are trend demons. God damn.
you know what's crazy too? It started with one, and then the other was like, "Oh, you're getting a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
recognition for
Yeah.
it. Oh, I'm joining you."
Crazy.
It's like, yeah, this is definitely something very organic. Yes.
Yeah,
Two twins
totally not
decide
planned.
they're both trans.
As
Yeah.
much, this might
Sounds
be
plausible.
a jab to the other side of the gender aisle, and I don't care. And that's such a woman thing to do. It's like dudes make shit and they get, people like their stuff and they may not get.
We were just
recognized.
saying a woman who suddenly sees you eating something and wants it too.
Yeah, even though she didn't want it, not even like 3 seconds before. But
Basically.
speaking of women and trans, let's talk about this.
I thought the
So-
trace was coming back. I was like, bro, why you do that? To
Oh,
me?
no. I would not do that to a Trace.
What a
Come
segue.
on. What do you think of me, man?
He's
That's
too
terrible.
busy in the private chat calling us racist.
No, come on.
No.
Is he really?
He
Yeah.
did. He really
He
called
did.
us
He called us
racist for not
racist,
putting him
dude.
on. So I didn't get to talk about this on stream or on video because there's just way too much happening. So I was like, let me talk about it today
Oh,
because
shit.
I think it's funny. So if I'm not mistaken, David Gator, is this the guy with like the crazy fucking hair? Like the gray crazy, he looks messy.
Is
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 that
he the
that
one that
guy?
had the YouTube video that was crazy?
That's what
David
I'm thinking.
Gator-
Is that him? Or is that
David
another
Gator,
person?
he wrote
I'm
for
checking.
Dragon Age up to Inquisition. That's the most I know.
Or is that Mike Barra? Mike Barra is the one.
Yeah,
that
I know,
Mike-
David
Oh
Gator.
yeah, the bald guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
David Gator's
had a
different.
little rage fit about gamers before Veilguard came out.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
guy.
So, it's interesting because Mike Barra also had a similar kind of, sentiment about Dragon Age of Veilguard but he put all the blame on EA though. He was like, they didn't have enough time. They were a little bit mismanaged, whatever. So this guy, David Gator, said that Expedition 33 and Baldur's Gate 3 prove what's possible when a game is given time to cook. Now, the statement itself, it's such a weird way to try to tie yourself to something that's more relevant. But anyway, the statement itself is not a bad statement, right? But what it is that he is implying that the Dragon Age games did not have enough time to cook. And I'm looking at you and I'm like,
Motherfucker, you had a decade. Shut the
Veilguard had
fuck up.
over 10 fucking years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
there's some
then
people
some.
that defend this and they're like, well, no. The Veilguard version that we got was only in development for 4 out of the 10 years. I'm like, what the
It
fuck?
was
Who
still-
cares?
I mean,
That just
to be
means
fair-
they're even more retarded because they had to
I was gonna
restart.
say,
Older the same project.
To be fair, that's true, but yeah, you can't just delete the 6 years before that and be like, well,
Yeah.
those don't count. It's like, no, they do. That's why you
Well,
don't
yes, you
restart
can.
projects.
You do what he did. You go, nah.
It's
Here's
so
an idea. How about you
simple,
hire people that know what
but
the
it
fuck
works.
they're doing, and maybe
Just
you'll
go,
get a
nuh-uh.
good game in a reasonable period. Asshole.
It's like, I just caught you stealing. No.
No.
Nah.
You give him the
I
no. trap
No.
door.
What's the chick from Family Guy, the cleaning lady? No.
Oh
No, he didn't have 10 years to work
You
on
mean
the
the
game.
Hispanic
No,
stereotype?
no.
You only have
I
4
know
years.
skill.
We need more lemon pledge.
Let me
I need
play.
more lemon, please.
Ay, Dios
Yeah.
mío, no.
He's a Superman. He not here. No flying.
No, this is funny because it's massive cope, right? All of this is massive cope. This is someone who very clearly has worked on unorganized teams and is trying to blame. Listen, I get it, man. EA, I'm sure EA is very difficult to work with. I'm sure they got certain deadlines that are fucking impossible. I'm sure all that stuff, crunch, all that. I get it. I totally get it. But there are other studios that work under EA's flag that have managed to release video games on time, very little to no bugs, and are a lot of fun, and they're few and far between, but they're there. So mismanagement is a big thing. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just want to talk about mismanagement as a whole in the gaming industry. It is a very relevant problem. If you look at a lot of different studios that have failed or budgets that have ballooned or gotten just way too large, you can blame mismanagement for probably 90% plus of them.
Yes.
A lot of the studios spending money on absolute fucking bullshit, nonsense, hiring people, bloat. There's way too many people working. They're trying to keep as many people as possible from the boom that was COVID. Then, like Cassie said earlier, they're trying to convince themselves that COVID can be maintained, and it just can't, bro. Like, there's certain most
The
industries,
whole world wants that gone forever. So,
most industries experienced a massive boom from COVID and the lockdowns. Okay, most, especially if you're in the entertainment sector.
Oh yeah,
movies, TV, video games, especially your smartphone apps, everything. Like all of that, major boomed during that time. And it has been slowly declining, and they're just holding on. Please let it stay. But it's not going to happen. And then now that Trump got into office, USA money's gone and all that. Now it's become a situation where now it's being expedited, right? The layoffs are being expedited. That's why we're seeing so many over and over and over again. So this whole thing about, the game is not given enough time to cook. Listen, you were given time to work on the game. If the game was not given enough time to cook, that means that you went well past what your scale for the game should have been. You probably should have scaled the game back a little bit and made it something that you can actually work within the confines of whatever budget and time you were given, because this is what they always do. They always go well past their budget, well past the initial scale, and it ends up being a situation where now if you do that and then you got to reboot the game twice like you did, now you only got 4 years to work on something that should have took you 6 to 8 years to work on. Now you got to figure out how the fuck you're going to rush it. And you end up getting Veilguard, a lifeless RPG with very little RPG mechanics in it. And it's just a linear one and done kind. Yeah, it's one and done game. That's basically it. But at least they made time to tell you that Tosh was non-binary, though.
But
That's
Hypno, did you
very
ever
important.
think that
Very
nah.
important. Yeah,
No.
Imagine, somebody needs to clip that. Somebody needs to go
Superman
make a
over
clip
here.
right now. I'm gonna give everybody a clip idea. Record the situation with Tosh and her mom, where she awkwardly sits down, right? And then when she sits down and says, "So, I'm non-binary," and then the mom just looks up and goes, "Nuh-uh." You can make that clip.
Can we turn
Even
the
better,
cleaning
put
lady from
Consuelo on
Family
it.
Guy into an anti-trans icon? That would be hilarious.
Yeah, put Consuelo on it. You like, so I'm
Consuelo,
not
of
binary.
course, that's a fucking-
No.
The mom just goes, "Ay, Dios mío, no."
I'm making that shit tonight. I'm doing it.
No.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
doing it.
No, you still.
Oh no.
No, you still have pussy. No. That'd be crazy. So I mean, what do you guys think of this? I mean, is this cope? What are we thinking?
That's
Total
literally what
cope.
it is.
Total cope. This is
The
total
thing
cope.
is funny. I can give him the benefit of the doubt in saying that, like, him being a writer for the first 3 Dragon Age games. The first one was good. Second was all right, and then the third one was it was all right too. But at least you had some level of credibility to them because they were still playable. They didn't piss you off entirely. But for you to sit here and try to also, I guess, white knight for obvious trash and say, I don't even know why you're even trying to drag trash into a topic where, like, you're standing next to gold anyway. Like, what are you doing?
Origins was so good, man.
Yeah, Origins is great.
So good.
And Origins is great. Awakening was all right. What was it Dragon Age 2? It could have been better.
That was where it started to go a bit
For me,
weird,
it's 1-3-2. Like I like 3 a little bit better than 2.
Right.
2
Agreed.
is just like it was. I don't know. I think it's because the reaction that I had from the drastic change between 1 and 2 was softening the change between 2 and 3. So I was a little bit more lenient going into 3 because I looked at 3 and I'm like, all right, I could kind of see similarities, but from 1 and 2, bro, it's totally different games. Like, what the fuck, you know? So, but that's me personally, anyway.
It's an interesting strategy to take, I guess you can say. Basically trying to defend Veilguard of all
Bold
games.
strategy, Cotton.
It's bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him. Yep. But it couldn't be at a worse time to say something like that too, because it's essentially you trying to basically not even necessarily take credit, but trying to put something else in the spotlight that had its time in the spotlight. It's 4 seconds of fame because it was only worth less than 4, but still, you're trying to bring that back for some reason. It's not going to come back. Let it be where it is. If anything, I can see the statement, letting these games what happens when these games get time to cook. I can see that being a positive in a sense of him saying, oh, well, you have a well done steak next to a well done steak to an overly well steak. And or not well done, excuse me, medium rare, and then well done. That's what it is. Overly well done.
Well done.
Because medium rare is the best. But
medium rare
is the best. Yeah.
It's stupid to sit here and try to say that Dragon Age Veilguard didn't have enough time. What were we gonna do? Give him more time to be worse? Like
Sheep, to add on to that, I sent something in the private for Hypno if he wants to bring it up. Another article from 2 years ago from the same guy. And he's complaining about how the writers were quietly resented at BioWare. David Gator was talking about how writers are constantly undervalued amid the WGA strike. And I'm like, okay, so we got ourselves a serial complainer here that just wants people to feel bad for the writers. And
all right, now I don't care about the guy.
So this is it's never my fault kind of a person.
Right, right. Now
like
we have
like every
pattern
other fucking writer.
Guy. It's like, okay, this is what he is. Gotcha.
I mean, I just Googled Dragon Age Inquisition. Development time. It took them 3 years.
Yeah.
Some of the Dragon Age games took less than 2 years to develop. And let me tell you, Witcher 3, one of the best awarded games, 3.5 years.
Yep.
So it's not about how long you have time to cook, because Veilguard didn't cook. Veilguard tried to cook and then went to basically do a different type of meal because in my opinion, I continue to hold this opinion, Dragon Age Veilguard is not a game. It's propaganda which is wearing a thin coat of gaming around it. It's basically propaganda with gaming elements in it. And they went with that because apparently that was where the wind was blowing. That's why it's not Dreadwolf. That's why it's Veilguard. If they were to remain with Dreadwolf with probably most of their original ideas and not input those absolute bullshit stuff in it. Like the thing with Tash is the most abhorrent piece of gaming shit I've ever seen in my life until now from such a game. And it's not about time. It's about where your passion is. It's about where your vision is. And it's about how much or if at all you're gonna bend to someone telling you you need to support the current narrative. And they did, and that's why they failed. And Claire Obscure just made an amazing game of the decade, in my opinion.
Oh, genre defining.
It is passion. It is passion put into gaming, and that's how gaming is supposed to be. That's
man.
Basically return
art
to form.
is supposed to be any art. It doesn't even have to be a game.
I have to go to one of my classic sayings that I constantly say when it comes to bad video games. And I try to avoid bad video games, so I don't say this too often. But Dragon Age the Veilguard was not released. It escaped. That's the only way to define that. Fuck out of here.
Insane.
That's funny.
That's a good line.
But that just means that they didn't have passion and they didn't have a vision for what they were doing.
I said it first.
No, son,
There's-
that's my
there's no way
classic
that you
go-to.
do
That's
10
one of my
years
classic
plus.
lines, brother.
Yeah, so like Smash said, man, we got a serial complainer here. Someone who is always pointing the finger and never taking responsibility. If you are developing your game after 10 years plus and you got all the money in the world to do it, you're backed by a massive publisher like EA. I mean, you literally have nothing to
You
fucking
have
complain
you
about.
have the name BioWare attached to you. Like, look at the development time they had for Mass Effect. Mass Effect was a fucking banger of a series.
Yep.
Like, up until Andromeda, but still, like,
or like up until the end of 3, but you know who's counting?
well, yeah. But then they gave you that retcon that was like slightly better.
But that retcon was bullshit. That wasn't a retcon. All they did was give you still shot screenshots of like, hey, yeah, we fucked up, so we're gonna make something that's ambiguous, slightly less ambiguous, but you really don't know what actually happened. You know, it's kind of like everybody's dead anyway, depending on what you pick. No, I'm
Fair
good.
enough.
I'm good. It's fucking bullshit. Indoctrination theory is the true ending.
That's
Anyway.
fair. Nonetheless,
This sucks. Ryan would wish he was here for this conversation. He's such a huge BioWare fan.
He would go on a fucking tangent about creators anyway.
The thing is,
Well,
like,
these
with,
creators.
with Claire Obscure,
Look, he's dead.
Claire Obscure basically they're developers that branched off from Ubisoft because they said they were bored, and then they turned around and made something better than pretty much anything that Square Enix has ever put out. Almost anything, I will say. Almost anything. There's
I would
still
say
some
ever,
Well,
but
within the
it's-
past
the
10
thing
years, I
about
think it's pretty fair to say.
so Expedition 33, obviously I famously overlooked it completely based on the trailer, and then when I got a look at it properly, I realized that it's the logical next step for the Final Fantasy series that never actually happened. So it's ridiculous how well that game felt with so many people who spent 20 fucking years telling us that turn-based combat, no one likes that anymore. No one wants that anymore. So many franchises crashed and burned because of that stupid fucking decision that nobody said.
and you know, it's funny
But
because
by
like,
the way,
you look
this is
at
the same
look
Square
at
Enix that has continued to put out, turn-based games. Dragon Quest, Octopath Traveler. How are you going to say nobody wants turn-based games with Final Fantasy when you were still making turn-based games that are selling?
Yeah, it's weird because they refused to do it with the big franchise, but they definitely they kept doing it, but with like little
Less risk.
projects.
Smaller scale games
Yeah.
in general.
They assume that people that are looking for that kind of like sprite-based animation gameplay, they assume that most people would be okay with turn-based combat from that kind of game.
Yeah, they'd want,
for some
like,
reason they
retro
think like
graphics.
realistic. Yeah, some people for some reason they think like modern graphics and super like
Turn-based.
yeah, they think turn-based is not going to sell with that kind of graphical style. I think they're insane.
I think
But,
Completely.
they
Because
took the whole,
we
like-
can see how wrong they were. Sorry.
like,
Carl.
you know,
we
how they
knew
used
that
to-
beforehand. Guys, cheap. Sorry.
you know how they used to market like Nintendo 64 and the first PlayStation with like these graphics are so realistic and stuff like that. It was a meme at like where we are right now, and they just kind of took that to heart and said we got to go, as realistic. We need to see motherfuckers' sweat pores actually like start beating up. Like we need that level of detail. And it's like
That's so weird too.
this
'Cause
game-
Square Enix had a huge part in producing huge AAA at the time cutting edge graphical turn-based RPGs.
I kind of
And
agree
then-
with this, by the way.
I kind of agree because
Agreed
one
as
thing
well,
that
yeah.
one thing that Square Enix, like a lot of like the big companies, don't realize is that they don't like they do one thing correct and they think that's the thing that they have to do all the time. Capcom is very, very bad at this shit too.
Yep.
Like like that's how Resident Evil went in the route that it did, because 4 was great, 5 was pretty good, and people really hate 6. I enjoy the action, but people really hate 6.
Square
It became crazy. That's the problem.
Square, like, I think that when they were like, oh, it's, you know, they try to make it seem like it's dire for us to change and go more like action based with their franchises. But I think that in general at this point, it's fair to say that was just a complete total lie. That was, they just wanted to become more mainstream. Like,
I mean,
with,
it's,
you know, with how Resident Evil 4 did they managed to make Resident Evil extremely mainstream with Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that was their goal. And they failed horribly.
But
It's funny because Resident Evil 1 was fucking mainstream. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
the guy responsible for all this and even Kingdom Hearts is Tetsuya Nomura.
Yeah,
The
I hate
guy
that
who
guy.
was
I
originally
hate
just
that
the character creator on like Final Fantasy
Fantasy
VII
VII.
and stuff like that. And then he got more and more control, started directing games, and Square turned into what it is now.
Yeah, I hate
I don't know.
that guy.
I feel like, yeah, maybe you're right. Square wanted to go mainstream, but the thing is, when their biggest Final Fantasy games were releasing, for the most part, video games still wasn't super mainstream. Like there wasn't any franchise that you could point to, aside from a couple real small ones that were like, oh, that's really, you know, maybe Nintendo.
Here's
Like
the
Mario and
Yeah,
Sonic,
yeah,
really.
Zelda,
I
Mario,
feel like
Sonic.
Square, when they were releasing, you know, Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10, even 11 at a time, I feel like they were the mainstream of their segment.
But look at their transition. What was the big game that was their transition to not just
Wow.
say go mainstream, but try to appeal to the Western audience? It's 13. They put 13 on
Yeah.
360. They
That's
did
true,
all
yeah.
that. They did all that shit to get to the West even more than ever, and it fucked them up. Yeah.
Ultimately dumbed it down. It was a corridor simulator. It was fucking awful, that game.
Mm-hmm.
Hypno, real quick, I got one more I sent in the private that I just found. It's pretty interesting. This one's from 2014.
Fuck, I hate 13. God. Sorry.
13, thank you. I'm with you on that one, Will. Like a lot of people are like, it's all right. No, it's not.
No, it's garbage.
It's garbage.
Oh no!
Scroll
Jesus
down.
Christ.
Scroll down to the.
The
underneath.
fucking the headline is enough for me to be like, wow.
I know,
okay.
I know.
That's why I laughed.
Jesus Christ.
I'm being
no,
gay.
the headline, hey,
I have a message.
Developing
Wait,
while
wait,
playing.
I have a message for anybody that needs to lead the fucking conversation about being gay or trans or whatever.
Any idea?
Everybody feels this way.
Love that clip. That's such a classic, yeah.
No one fucking cares.
Nobody
bro,
cares.
And,
No
and just
one
to be
cares.
clear,
Shit.
like whatever, no one cares. But it's the under the headline, the subheading that really.
All right, so what am I looking
To
at?
be really
But
clear,
David
get the
Gator
fuck
says-
back in the closet, bitch.
David Gator says I contribute my viewpoint to
Fair
the
enough,
mix
yeah.
like anyone else. But it's hard to find a mix between pushing for things you feel are right to do and being that guy. I'm like,
Oh
bro,
my God,
bro.
Pushing
This
for
guy-
things.
This
you
is fucking
feel are
insufferable, dude. I'm
This
telling you.
So he's a
This
bag
is-
grabber.
This sounds like an HR nightmare where it's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. This is my feelings about this. It's like, get the
This is the guy that complains about everything happening in the office happened to him because he's gay.
Yep. That is, exactly.
That is my truth.
And it's funny how every story I look up at this guy, I'm just like, my God, I'm not even trying hard to find these stories on him. Like it's a victimhood complex. Everyone's it's always it's someone else's fault. It's I'm trying my best here, but you know, I
There's
just
a-
want
Hey,
to be
Alyssa.
gay.
There's a little bit of advice for anybody who's trying to create anything. If you run on any kind of like, you know, social political or ideological like line, like, oh, I'm a Democratic or I'm a Republican or I'm black, bi, trans, whatever. If that's an instant turn off for a lot of customers. Don't do that shit. Just sell your fucking product. Nobody cares about you until they like what you put out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people like to use their identity to try to get ahead. That's what they think. They think if they say, "Oh, I'm gay," that's immediately going to put me ahead with people. Right? It's like, no,
Especially
nobody cares.
Especially if it worked once, then they will lean hard on that the rest of their life. Because be like,
True.
that's how I got to where I was. So I need to
True.
make sure that crutch will carry me.
Look at Colin Kaepernick. Fucking guy is still making it all about his race.
Yeah.
It worked one time, and then he didn't shut the fuck up after that.
Now he's just stuck on his knees.
Or
you know what I mean?
Greta Thunberg pushing
Thunberg.
Yeah,
how
what?
dare you? Like all this.
Thunberg.
When
How
you get
dare
one
you.
thing that works, you just fall
How
back.
dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Until there was like a brief second where everyone was just talking about her tits.
She looks like a
Wait,
mouse.
I was not
bird.
there for that conversation.
Yeah, that's like, why are we doing it?
Right.
Hey, tits
the
are
fuck?
tits, man.
There was
You
that
know what I'm
one
saying?
picture of her
Hey,
getting
hey,
like taken away
hey,
from her.
That's what you deserve, Kata. That's what the fuck you deserve.
God damn.
Oh my god, he's on camera.
Is
He
this what we're
finally took
hiring
off
at
his
G&G
Geeks and
right now?
Gamers hat.
Crazy.
This is what we're hiring.
More like a G&G do-rag, most likely.
I kid you not. This entire time I've been.
Oh,
stuck
I
in
am
one
going to
singular
update
game.
Kata's artwork for the intro, by the way. So it has Geeks and Gamers
Put the
branding
Geeks
all
and
over it.
Gamers logo
Don't
on
do
it.
Don't
And then
do
right
it.
below the logo, just put ESG edition. Just put
I am
something.
actually drawing Cassie right now, by the way, because
I got a question
promised I
real
would
quick.
get that done.
Oh, Lord.
Can someone go check on Leon? Where the hell's Leon been this
Now,
entire
Leon's
time?
He's dead.
He's been in and out the camera, but
Yeah,
I think when
he's
he's
been
off
on and
camera, he's literally like collapsing in his chair.
What's
He's
wrong? Is he
asleep.
sick?
He's sick.
Yeah, he said he was sick.
Ah, I missed
Yeah.
But
Damn.
he said he felt like pressure in not showing up, so he showed up.
that.
Leon, you could go to bed.
Yeah, bro.
Got back. I've been listening.
Dude, you
Now,
sound
back
like
end
you're
is
struggling,
going
man.
Hey, fam,
You really do
can
not
go ahead
sound
and
like
take
you.
off. We know. Look, your perfect attendance record is still intact. Perfect attendance record.
Look
No,
what
I mean-
happens when Ryan's not here. People start
enjoying the
falling
conversation.
apart.
I'm having a real hard time participating. My mind is everywhere. I'm feeling so weakish. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
you sound terrible, man.
Bro,
Go
go to
to
bed. Do your
Go to
outro.
bed.
Do your outro. Say bye. I'm kicking you off.
Oh, catch you later, guys. I
For
appreciate all
you,
of
the
you.
war's
Feel better,
over.
brother.
Okay, bye.
Cheers,
Hey,
mate.
feel better.
Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Take care, mate.
Jesus Christ, the fucking guys.
Poor
half
bastards been
half
sat
dead.
there all this
Just
time
reminded
like
me,
that as well.
That reminds me.
It's like Hypno
uh,
Boss reporting for duty, sir. I'm here.
I don't know.
like-
Sir.
I'm gonna just put that in the private chat just to remind myself to talk to you about that one, Hypno. I don't know
What's
if you got
that?
that. Serious.
What the? No, I didn't get it. What's that?
Okay, just gotta go too. Okay. No, I was saying I was putting something in
This
the
guy.
private chat to remind myself to talk to you about the Manga
Oh,
series.
okay. Got it. Katie, you got to go. You got a little
G&G.
G&G.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Just gotta
Do
go
your
talk about some
outro.
G&G
Just
shit.
do your outro, bro. Go ahead.
Yes, man. Y'all have a great time.
Jump on the,
Never get
the Black
old.
Yellow podcast.
Never
I hope
get
you
old.
guys have a great time. Come to New Black Street on Monday. We're gonna have Cinevere, another VTuber that we stole from Leon. So make sure that you come
That's
check
crazy.
it out. Look out for the regular videos on my channel, and I'm starting to stream almost every day because I be bored. So go check those out as well. But yeah, man, y'all be easy, man. Keep your backs tight.
You hear that, Jeremy? He's bored. Give him more work.
It's gay. Fucking gay. Speaking of gay, let's cover this, and then we're gonna catch up on super chats, man. This is pretty
I thought you were
important.
going to bring Atreus back in then.
No, he
Dude.
hasn't showed up. I think he really did
Wow.
go racist now.
He really is angry.
He
isn't
said I'll be
He's
20
angry.
minutes like an hour ago.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, this is why I don't believe a single word he says, bro.
Yep.
Guarantee he's got a girl in that car clapping cheeks. Anyway, whatever. It's fine.
She's in the trunk.
In the trunk.
That's crazy. So
I'm an
Driving a
asshole.
67 Impala or something, a big
This-
trunk for everyone.
no. So this is pretty huge. Now this is a saga that's finally coming to an end. It's something that's been happening for about a year or two now. But the FTC, I remember we talked about this once or twice before. First we talked about it before it even happened, and then we talked about it after it did happen officially. But these guys have been chasing Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, trying every which way to, I don't know what to do, to do what exactly, because the company has already officially merged. So I really
No,
don't know
that-
what the
That's
FTC
what I
was
gonna
trying to
say.
do.
It's too late because they've
Yeah.
already laid people off. They've put people in positions. They've already integrated everything. So if they were
Right.
to overturn it, what the hell would they do?
Right.
Be like,
It would
okay,
do not- it
hire
would-
all
it
those
would
people
solve
back.
nothing. It
It
just
would-
I
make
think they
everything
were
currently.
hoping for some fines, for some penalties in a
It would
lot
make
of
everything
money.
fucking worse, basically. Like it's
but
already
what-
bad. They just make it worse.
It should have never been approved in the first place. It's a
Yeah.
monopoly. That was the problem.
100%.
Yeah.
But my thing is,
There's an
okay,
antitrust.
let's say you keep chasing them, whatever. You're chasing Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, and you get fines of, I don't know, fucking $200 million. You think they really give a fuck, bro? Like these
That's
guys,
nothing to them.
the money doesn't mean shit. They wanted the deal to go through. They already spent probably more than that on certain people that are in the law system to ensure that this deal went through, to because they knew that they were going to get a lot of pushback on this deal, and they should, to be honest with you, they should be getting pushback. Microsoft merging with Activision Blizzard is insane, but whatever. Anyway, apparently, officially, as of the 22nd, so 2 days ago, they are no longer going after them anymore for whatever they were going after them for. And they're bringing it to an end after 2 years of supposed legal action between the FTC and Microsoft. So FTC has officially given up chasing Microsoft, Activision Blizzard for whatever they were, money most likely. And and now we officially have, even though we technically did already, we officially have one of the biggest monopolies in gaming by far between Microsoft, Activision, and Blizzard. What do we think?
Well, don't forget, on top of everything else they have with Bethesda and ZeniMax Media and all the indie studios that they've purchased, like they literally just
they own gaming now.
Yeah.
People are spamming me in the chat.
Gay.
People are spamming me in the chat right now about Hasan being banned.
Yeah, I got banned.
I just saw that.
I don't care.
Let it be known. Finally? Number one, it's only going to be for like a day, probably.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
number
he'll be back.
two.
So true.
You need a little clip. I've got the
Literally.
clip of JD Vance saying, "I don't really care, Margaret."
This is just my own. This is just my own personal perspective about Hasan. I enjoy dunking on him. It doesn't matter what the fuck I do. He's not gonna lose his money. He's not gonna lose his credibility. He's still gonna have a bunch of retards following him. So all I'm gonna do to, get over all of this shit is either A, not give a fuck, or B, just clown his ass for having a small head on some large shoulders. That's it.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He'll always have
take
the
a look.
slowly
We'll take a look at that after this. Let's just finish this segment so I don't have to edit this video too much because I'm going to put this up on the channel.
All right, let's talk it up more.
So let's just finish it off. Thoughts on this? Like, is this? For me personally, I really just don't think it matters at the end of the day, because what really mattered was getting the deal approved, and they already won that part. So once they won that, all this nonstop chasing over the last year plus of the FTC trying to get whatever they're trying to get from Microsoft, it really didn't mean anything. Like, none of this. I don't see how this could have resulted in any sort of reversal. Like even if. Okay, let's say that they were found guilty on a couple of charges or whatever. You got to reverse the entire fucking deal? Like, these games are already on BattleNet. There's been sales that have been made on BattleNet. Like, what are you doing
take
here?
The games back from people.
Yeah, it's a lifetime too late.
Yeah, that's a clusterfuck. Like, can you imagine what kind of backlash that would be? Bro, it would be insane. There's no way.
Unless they decide to legacy like everybody's copies or some shit like that, and they're just like, all right, well, you have the old brand, the old logo on it. If you got the new logo, that's cool. But the old logos, those are gonna sell for like fucking hotcakes at like some high ass fucking prices, because they don't make it's like a first printing kind of shit. But
it's almost as if it sounds like someone's holding a gun to their head. Look at this comment. The commission has determined that the public interest is best served by dismissing the administrative litigation in this case. It's like, yeah, we got by certain Microsoft hitmen.
The dude
This guy's his video is literally holding up a sign that, in a fucking cave with Osama bin Laden reading this. And,
It's like this
Red
is
dot on his
cameraman
forehead.
just
for
leaned
the
out like
best
this.
of the best in public interest. Please believe us. We totally were not paid. We totally are not being held hostage. But look at
we
this.
represent we the representatives.
68.7 guys. $1 billion. 68.7. Jesus fucking Christ,
That's
man.
insane.
Now
Tried
here's
to
the thing. So
Microsoft $68.7 billion deal, nearly 2 years after it originally sought a temporary restraining order and injunction from the U.S. Federal District Court. Look.
What would this have done, though? This is what I'm confused on.
Literally nothing.
They even say it's temporary.
Temporary,
Restraining
right.
order and injunction. What would that have done?
Nothing.
I don't.
It's
I need to read this entire loss. Like, I haven't read the whole thing.
This is that
But
meme
I
of
need to.
I consent, I do not consent. That's what this is.
This is like one person saying they don't consent, and there's like thousands saying they do.
Yeah.
Is that woman still behind that situation? I forget what her
What
name
woman?
is, but it's some brown chick that was It's part of the FTC, like going after them,
Crazy,
and she
some
fumbled
brown
the bag at every fucking angle.
I know who you're talking about. I think she's still there.
Yeah, because if she's still going after them, like she's behind this the whole fucking time. It's like, damn, bitch. You not only did you fumble the bag, but you were bitter that you look like a fucking retard the whole time too.
People are saying she was fired.
she
Lena
should have
Khan.
been.
Lena Khan.
Yeah,
is that her
Lena
name?
Khan.
Yeah,
there
Lena
you go.
Khan. That's who it was.
Some brown chick. I like that better.
That's what it's gonna be. Some Lena
brown
got
chick.
fired. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she was a
hilarious.
fuck up.
This says that today's decision is a victory for players across the country and for common sense in Washington, D.C., says Microsoft Vice Chair and President Brad Smith. We are grateful to the FTC for today's announcement.
Man,
Oh,
Microsoft
you know they partied that night, right?
Microsoft is making way too much money, man. This is
I mean, they don't
aren't they a
honestly.
$1 trillion company?
Yep, they're
They're
I
making a lot
believe,
of money, but-
number one in the world or two in the most valuable companies currently. And my concern is that they were either greasing pockets with money or with favors, potentially promising people jobs or careers and things like that
Oh,
in
yeah.
the future.
There were promising jobs, all right.
But it is concerning, but it is what it is. It just I worry about gaming from this because of basically Doom would be a good example of what the concern is, where it's almost like taking a step back from some of the other Dooms and what they put into them just to make games streamlined to go on Game Pass. So people are getting less for their money, and Microsoft is holds all the cards. So it's concerning. It's concerning.
I mean, I'm concerned about
and
the
they
price
have enough
that
to not care.
Doom being worse, quote unquote, this time around is more so from how id Software did dirty the dude that did the music in previous games. That's pretty much the biggest negative. And really, it's just they just tried to switch it up, really, and it just it didn't. I think it's good, but you could tell that they was just running out of ideas. This game was in development before, for years now. So it is what it is.
Is it roboting to anyone else, or is it just me?
She's roboting a little bit, but barely.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I think it's just the noise gate. Something's up with the noise gate.
Right.
Get the mic
Anyway,
out of your throat, Cassie. What are you doing?
That's
Back
crazy.
up.
Final thoughts on this?
It's gay.
It's gay.
It was just a dog and pony show that went on for fucking long.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how much.
I should have done that more in a PPP voice. It's gay. There you go.
There you go.
I wonder how much taxpayer money was spent on pursuing them with the FTC. And
$68.7 billion.
No, that's how much they bought the company for.
no. I mean, how much was spent on pursuing
somewhere in
this
hundreds of millions.
and
Get
coming up
Doge on
empty?
that.
It's
Probably
like,
a lot.
Yep.
The thing is, they must have known they were going to come up empty. That's my thing. Like
That's the thing.
especially after the merger was done. Like, what are you doing? Why are you spending
and
more
if
money?
they can keep siphoning money out of the government to keep paying them to keep going for it, there's going to be no reason to stop, and they just have jobs forever for
This
seeking
is why I hate the
resolution.
government, because of shit like
Yeah,
this.
the government just doesn't do anything appropriately. I mean, to be honest with you, the whole Activision Blizzard merger with Microsoft, it's a no-win situation for gamers because obviously we don't like the idea of all these companies merging together, obviously, but at the same time too, Activision pretty much shit on all of their intellectual properties to the point where they had lost a massive amount of value in the eyes of gamers. Every franchise you could name was pretty much shit before Microsoft even bought them. So it's like in the whole situation with Bobby Kotick just being garbage and a lot of the shenanigans, the shenanigans going on behind the scenes. As much as I'd like to indefinitely say like, this merger is a bad thing. I mean, what they had before was horrible too. So it's like it doesn't really make a difference to me personally.
True.
Yeah, at this point, I already viewed the companies as together anyway, and I'm sure everybody else did too. So, again, this was almost like a domestic abuse court case that was already decided, and a winner was picked. And it was the man, and the woman was like, no,
no.
No.
Ay, Dios mío, no. No, I want to appeal. No.
No.
That's what it was. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. You lost. It is what it is, you know? Anyway.
Mr. Antitrusty, no here.
Mr. Bobby Kotick, no here.
All right, let's talk about this, because look at this fucking grifter, bro. Look at this guy. Bro, look at this unbelievable.
Smash JT?
No, worse. Yes, bro. Look at this fucking grifter.
No, I was just wondering, because it's Hypno, I figured it would be a dig at you. It is! It is!
This motherfucker was like,
Man
I
does
have
not
an
miss.
opportunity to get a crazy tweet going. Let me do it in the middle of the stream when we're talking about something totally different. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna be the news source today. Hasan has been banned from Twitch. It is a temporary ban. Could range from 1 to 30 days. How do I know that? I have no idea. Source.
My
streamer
sources,
ban.
I made it the fuck up.
Sauce is your mama.
Man, Hypno sounds pretty butthurt for something.
Yo,
I do
make-
every
I'm not.
stream.
I'm
Every
not,
stream.
because I don't
literally-
care. I don't care.
Yo, make sure Grubs doesn't steal that.
This is the first time I've put up and been like, oh, look at this grifter. Look at this grifter.
These two bitches having to go at each other.
Don't steal that, Jeff Grubb. Don't steal that. So you guys were bringing it up in the chat. We're just looking right now. It says he's been banned. Is there anything, Mr. Grifter, that you found? Did he make a statement? Did Hasan? Probably not. Hasan never
and
makes a
honestly,
statement.
I really
because he
don't
knows
think
it's only for a day.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
Yeah.
less than that. It'll be like 10 hours.
Yeah,
Guys,
he'll be back
he's-
by the end of the day, yeah.
Being real, it's not something like that's. It's not something new with Twitch. Like you can even go back to
Right.
the age of the e-thought, back when like Alinity would do
Well,
some
look
shit.
at the
One
history.
day,
Yeah.
unbanned after a day. Unbanned
It's
after
only
a day.
ever usually one day. This
A
one
day
he
or
got
7
7 days.
Like
Shockingly.
the thing is, like, you look at people like Alinity, for example. She will do some controversial shit on a Friday, knowing that she'd only get banned for a few days, for the weekend, basically. So she
Yeah.
gets her little break, but she gets to come back to a lot more views. That's
Yeah, they probably
basically
gave
all
him
this
a Christmas vacation, probably.
Yeah, they just give them,
Same.
that's all they're doing. Like, you know, they're the protected class. Hasan is super protected. Hasan has said some of the most heinous shit ever.
Well,
Like,
he's the king of the champion socialists.
this
Yeah.
man, like, if Osama bin Laden like actually assassinated people with words alone, it would be Hasan. Like that's the kind of person, and that's a statement I'm keeping.
Except
too.
he's also dumb as fuck.
Yeah, he's also dumb as fuck. Like
He's a himbo.
Hasan is not. He's not anything special. He's just somebody with a voice, and that's it.
Yeah.
People
He's
keep
just
saying
a prick who's willing to say shit that is absolutely wild. And
Hey, don't
outrageous.
talk about Ryan like that.
Oh.
You know, that's the funny thing. I was actually going to bring it up. If Ryan had gone after the Jews instead of the blacks, he'd probably still be on YouTube.
probably.
It probably
sad.
That is
But
interesting.
I mean, it's not the definition of privilege.
Crazy that
Yeah, like,
Asmongold did
definition
so much less
And got a
and
longer
got
time.
banned for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
Yo, but Asmongold's been cooking lately. Like he's been calling out a lot of the bullshit that Twitch is doing.
Yeah.
And they know they can't touch him without a political fucking shitstorm,
Yeah.
or even just a shitstorm in general, even if it's not politically based. Like
I
if they ban Asmongold permanently,
they
that
fucked up.
that is going to be.
I got
bad.
the latest. I just put it in the private for you.
Oh God, he did put out a statement, huh?
Yeah.
See, the thing about Asmongold, though, I think Asmongold has gotten to a point where he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I know where I stand, because for the most part, he's always been like, you know, a middling kind of person. He's never really been,
he's
you know, left
Is he
or
trying
right.
to martyr himself now? This fucking guy. Look at this.
Of course, he's always trying to martyr himself. This
I
motherfucker tried to
covered-
martyr himself, like when he got held up. He got his fucking money taken at the Mexican border. It's your own fucking fault, stupid.
I covered the
Oh,
motives
yeah,
of the
he's
Israeli
bitching about
embassy
getting
staff
held up
shooter.
at the
Twitch TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is a bad policy for news and press freedom. I'll take the suspension, but hope Twitch changes his policy in the future. Yeah, so it's a day.
Fuck
Let's be
you,
real.
bro.
Shut up, nigga.
It's a day,
Like-
bro. It's a day. Everybody blowing this up. Look, what is it? Hold on. Twitch is committed to keeping our community safe for everyone, and as part of that, we require all users to ensure that anything shared on their account abides by Twitch. Based on a review of your activity or content, we have issued a global suspension on your account.
Who
As a
said
result,
lefties can't be funny?
Please be aware repeated violations may lead to. I like how they sent him an automated email trying to make everybody believe this is legit. Like,
yep.
you know
Someone pulled him
before
up
they
first.
sent this email, some Twitch partner that he works with, he's like, listen, bro, we're gonna have
Bring
to
him
send
up.
this out. We're gonna ban you for a day. We'll bring you back. Don't worry about it.
At
I mean,
most
the
a week.
reason is amazing. Nigga, who you?
Yeah, improper
like,
handling of
leftist
terrorist
propaganda.
propaganda.
Leftists
Who the fuck
constantly
you?
talk about how like words encourage violence, and it's like, if anything, he's the biggest example of that. Why do you stand with him? Oh, because you actually are for that. It's just, are the words the things that you support? Fuck out of here, bro.
Look at these
Can someone
fucking
tell me
sins,
what
bro.
the
I hope
proper
it's just a
handling of such
day.
propaganda is?
I hope it's just a day. Please, just be a day. I can't go that long without Hasan. For how long? Everybody keeps saying for how long. He's not going to say how long. You want to know
One
why?
day.
Because
One
there's
day.
more.
Imagine
There's
if he
more.
gets
There's
banned while
more
we're streaming.
engagement if he doesn't say how long. If he says he's only
Yep.
been banned for 24 hours, nobody's going to care. If he
Exactly.
puts up a tweet that says he's been banned and his account's been suspended with no time limit on there, everybody's going to be spamming, how long? Oh no, how long? I hope it's just a day. How long?
Yep.
Bro, these people know what the fuck they're doing. They know how to play the
Everything
social
is
media
engagement.
game, man. Come on, man.
Everything's engagement.
That is Hasan, isn't it?
Get fucked. Oh, he's laughing, but I'm
Guys,
gonna
I
like
gotta
that
head
one.
out. But,
Yeah, that's fine. We're ending on this one. Cassie,
yeah.
go ahead, do your outro.
Yeah, guys, just subscribe to my YouTube channels, Cold Classic Cage and Gooner Fist, and Twitter at Mario Kart. Go support Ryan Roger Athe over on Rumble and support Will's Give Send Go. I did contribute myself, so
You did.
I will do.
Can we
more
just
in
say
the
that
future.
Ryan has been
Great.
killing it on Rumble? Shout
Yeah,
out to
he
Ryan.
has.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I
him,
can't,
man.
but I'll admit that he has been.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, honestly, some of the shit Ryan says is like crazy to me and shit. But even so, man, when it counts, you gotta support the homie. But even
The
if you
thing
don't
is, we-
necessarily stand by everything he says,
We've all called out Ryan on a lot of the shit, some of the stuff that he has said. And but
Absolutely.
the thing is, we never wanted to take away his right to say it. Doesn't mean we
Right.
can't call him out on it. And
absolutely.
we have.
When-
There's many streams where we've argued with Ryan. Many streams.
The only time that you take away that like him saying something is when it's like, bro, you're trying to kill my fucking monetization. What are you doing?
Or
Right.
yeah, if he's
Stop,
inciting
man. That's fucking
violence,
the money.
if someone's inciting violence, then yeah, you got to draw lines. Be like, whoa, what are we doing here? If
Right.
we're just joking around and saying things like, bro, that's
Right.
that's some wild shit. But okay,
Right.
Because that's
But
freedom of
you
speech.
said it. I ain't gonna stop you.
right.
Right.
Yep.
But in any
So-
case, it is time to race swap Cassie. So Cassie,
Before
Leon?
she goes, can you share my screen? Just
No.
quick.
sure.
This is your picture for the
Nice.
intro.
Hey, let's go.
Hey,
It's pretty
Whee!
accurate.
Man, that's
You gotta
fire.
put the logo on her chest or something.
Yeah, I will. I'll add something.
Either that or a SWAT Cats logo if you want to keep it simple.
A swastika logo? What?
No, a
That's what I
SWAT
thought she said.
Cats logo. Oh my
Shit.
god.
Get
What
fucking
cats?
What was
And
that
it's
clip about her
exposed.
being an anti-Semite again?
Oh my god.
Alex.
Play
Face,
that Nazi
listen,
furry game too
face
much. but
people
what the
know
hell?
that the majority of the art on my channel is inspired by my favorite cartoon show growing up, the SWAT
SWAT
Cats.
Cats?
If you're
SWAT
basic,
Cats?
Actually, I was really
that
into
was
that
my
shit too.
shit, dog. Hell
What,
yeah.
the
Yeah, I
mummies
like that.
alive or like Ninja Turtles?
I mean,
Something better?
yo, shout out to all of
Men in
them. I
Black?
think they fired, bro.
Biker
Bro,
mice
they,
from Mars.
Swatcats had a fucking jump jet though. They were cool.
they were sick as fuck, man.
Biker mice from Mars? What are we doing?
Same voice actors too.
Wait, you think that's better? All right, dog. We good,
Swastikats.
bro.
Biker Mountain Guard. Pretty cool.
That's brilliant.
All right. And she left.
Good.
Cool.
Time to
And-
race swap.
Wait, what? Congrats on
Oh,
being
yes,
Holy
you should.
shit.
That's just wow.
So Atreus, where were you?
Muted.
Yep.
Muted.
There we go.
Muted. Where-
Actually, did sound better on his phone.
He did. You're muted. You're muted. Fix your mic.
He's got audio issues in.
I hate when that happens. Actually, I don't want
Jesus
to rip on him for that.
Why
You're
not?
like, yeah, you look at the screen, it's unmuted. Look at the mic, it's unmuted. And you're just like,
Hey, Chad, can you spam the word muted for
I'm
Atreus?
not muted.
Oh, there you go. Where were
yeah,
you?
we should have ignored him just to keep the grip going.
What were you doing for the last 2.5 hours?
Not
Transfest or something? I'm sorry, Chase. That's just too funny. That fucking clip.
This nigga Hypno's got to be one of the most disrespectful people on the internet.
Don't give a fuck.
Overcompensating for Ryan not being here.
Oh, man.
I don't know why I never added that clip to mine.
I told you don't want to know me in real life, man. I'm the ultimate troll. It's fucking terrible. Sometimes I even question myself. It's pretty bad. I torture people. Anyway. All right, we're catching up on super chats, man. So you want to tell everybody who you are, where they can find you, and they subscribe to you and all that stuff, or you want to just kind of just sneak in? And I know that's a racial trait, but do you want to? What do you want to do?
My name is Atreus, and I'm black. I don't know what else you want.
All right, there you go. That was the racial trait. That was the racial trait. All right, man. Where the fuck are we, bro? Hold on. We got. By the way, Little Kate is the one that stole your keys. By the way, so just so you're aware. We got. Here we go. Ridoka with a 2 says Tainted Grail Fall of. Wait, I read this one. 20K. Next one. St. Hugo for a 2. Last of Us 3 Idol Clicker. The fuck is that? UFM Mega with a 2 says, did you lose another pet, Leon? You need a hug? Damn.
Too soon.
Too soon. Oh,
Damn.
man. Even for me. Harbinger with a 5. It's kind of funny. I just deleted a vow to make space for Tainted Grail. I respect the Kingdoms of Amalur love. That's a great game, dude.
It's
I'm
a
telling
really
you,
good
man.
game.
Like that. And you know what? That game had actually really fun combat, number one. The areas were amazing. I thought that the maps and all the areas looked really good. High fantasy. The enemies were fun.
Customization is fucking insane.
Customization was crazy. The combat was a little wonky. It could be a little wonky sometimes, but it was overall good. I love that game, man. Really good game. Scrap Gamer with a 5. Yo, Hypno, what's your thoughts on the game I recommend to you the other day? Heads up, Cult Classic Cage already has a copy. Bro, I get recommended like 20 games a day. I don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you. If you could tell me in the chat and tag me, I will love to give you an answer. Most likely it's a Gunner game, though. So, Kyle B with a 2. Okay, Piracy AI song done. A Pirate's Life for me. Send that over.
Kyle has been killing it with his songs lately. Like, great
Bro,
work.
Suno, he uses Suno, I imagine. Suno, the AI song generator. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I have no idea about it, but yeah, probably.
Oh,
But it's good shit.
Either that or the one that I use, which is I love song.ai. It's
Nice.
really good.
Missing Jin with a 10. You do realize WB actually owned Atari when the crash of 83 happened. Also, they greenlit ET for a time slot that was not even reasonable. Sound familiar?
Yes.
Sounds very familiar. So you mean to tell me they've been making bad decisions since the 80s? That's fair.
Of course.
Crashed at industry one.
Pretty expected. But you know what's crazy? David Zaslav was supposed to change all that. Like people were really looking forward to David Zaslav's reign as CEO, and it's only just been worse. To be fair.
See, and Zaslav came in with the business mindset, but he didn't have, for some reason, he just kind of buckled. He could have cut like the DC Comics department. He could have cut the DC Gaming department because you weren't making shit anyway. He could have kept the movies, and you could have focused on Discovery and whatever other like shit you had going on. You probably could have bounced back and then got back into the the area of video games maybe. But no, it's just like, let's just cut everything and bring in new shit. What are you doing? No, just leave the old shit alone and let it die.
When he started, he was cutting a lot of useless jobs. He was doing, especially a lot of DEI nonsense he was cutting out. There was headlines talking about it. And then at some point within 6 months into his tenure, like somewhere around there, he just stopped. Like it just completely, and then he went reverse. And then the DEI stuff started to come back. And then all these weird projects started showing up, which I'm sure were already in the works anyway. Somebody definitely stopped him. Like they definitely, they got to him. And I mean, that was basically it. Bill Jones with a 5. AT&T bought Warner Media in 14-15. Everything AT&T touches goes to shit. They bought DirecTV about that same time. And how's that doing?
Yeah.
Not great.
Who has
Mark
DirecTV?
Angeles with a 2. I'm laughing so hard, nearly choked on my juice.
My bad.
Good. That's what the show is for. Benjamin with a 5. The dimensional merge is happening, chaps. Hail the great Dark Lord Sonichu. Check DMs, Cassie. Hypno French White Cat at the table. French White Cat at the table. I'm scared.
Hell no.
I don't have
Yeah,
any
the Dark
DMs on
Lord
X. It's
Sonichu.
probably on Discord. I gotta check. Raptor Kratos with a 5. 1 word, 4 letters. Suckicator. Yeet. Pippa Kistani National with a 5. Seeing as Assassin's Creed Shadows was a bomb in Japan, can we call it
Nigasaki.
I was waiting for one of the black people to say it. Maybe Pippa, maybe Forgotten Vet with a $20 silent protagonist banger. Thank you so much, Mike Lee, the Prude Whisperer for a 2. That anti-anime manga bill in Texas has passed. Not surprised.
Not surprised at
Texas
all.
was following something similar to what Florida did.
Yep.
With Assassination Classroom, so I'm not surprised at all.
It bothers me that they pass stupid shit like that. Like, what? Who, you're only hurting yourselves in the process. Like,
It's actually kind of funny. It's
elections have to happen again anyway.
It's laws that are passing by people that don't know anything about what they're banning.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
What's the law again?
So I think what it is it has something to do with the depiction of essentially like lolly characters, but
underage
children.
But it's including characters that are not even considered to be lolly. They're just like they're mass blanking it all across the board,
Which
so
is gonna have
any character that essentially looks young in
Or is
drawing
young.
or is young
Because
would
there are.
Can
like,
you see the slippery
and it
slope
doesn't
that's
even
gonna
matter
come
if
from
they're
that?
sexualized or not.
Yep.
It's like they could hit Dandadan, for example, because Momo and Okarun are both like 16, I believe, 16, 17. And that first chapter alone is gonna be like, no, y'all can't have this. Like, what are y'all doing? What are you doing?
Is that the one with the tentacle monster for the teacher with the smiley face?
No, that's Assassination Classroom.
Classroom,
yeah. With the kid that turns into like a spirit demon kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that Texas is supposed to be the state that's like, oh, fuck these rules. We're Texas. And then Texas is the one that's like banning porn, banning this other stuff. Like, dude, I thought Texas stood for freedom. What the fuck's going on over there?
No,
freedom.
And they've gone full Gamergate 3 apparently. So
It's always freedom for what they want to be free for. Than anything else. It doesn't matter, bro. Either side's always going to start when they got the power. They're always going to start banning shit that you may or may not agree with.
Like Hasan.
Harbinger with a 2. Hasan has just been banned on Twitch, by the way. Yep. For a day. The fuck was that? Nocturnal Wolf with a 10. I remember a time when David Gator was the lead writer on Dragon Age Origins and even wrote Morrigan's whole character and romance. The goth witch waifu intended for male players. Now look at him.
Now
It's the
look at
same thing
Morrigan.
like with fucking Jaffe, bro. Jaffe created fucking God of War, super masculine character, and now he's a fucking bitch.
Did they turn Morrigan into a bit character in Veilguard? Like the fuck? Or actually, they turned all the good characters into bit characters.
It's crazy. They put a slideshow of Morrigan from Origins all the way to Veilguard, and you can literally see her just reducing as each iteration happens.
Which
like
is
her
sad,
boobs
because
just
she was
start
one
to
of the best
disappear.
characters.
Everything starts to disappear.
She's like Miranda in that, right?
Yo, Jeremy Webb with the 5 says, got a second to say hi. Hope all is well. Hey, man, if you're still here, shout out to you.
What's up,
Hope you're
Jeremy?
safe, bro. Thank you for stopping by, man. As
Stop
always.
dying out there, bro.
He's not dying. He's not dying.
Good.
Nobody with a 2 says, on information and belief, he is banned. Nice. I like that.
I've been refreshing his Twitch page, by the way, to just see if he's going
Wait, it's unbanned.
You're just waiting for it to come back like 2 hours later.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be 23 hours. Just like the last time. Or it's either 1 hour before or 1 hour after. So it's 23 or 25.
Probably 25.
Yeah.
Last a day.
Yeah, you'll see. Nobody for it 2 says, is that Kata or the other one? Damn, the other one. Did he just other Atreus? That's insane. Wow. Vegetan with a 2 says, your name, sir? Black. Atreus Black.
That's crazy.
This shit is wild. Yo, look at. Speaking of wild, hold on. I just got something. Look at this. They said that this was Atreus in his car, bro. Wow, this is wild.
Uh-oh.
No! Fucking Dorian Gray. That's crazy, bro.
I like how the frog is where Atreus is on the screen right now, by the way.
Holy shit, bro. That's insanity.
Right.
That is insanity.
Hollywood ain't got effects in it. It's like this.
That's insane.
Like just Dorian Gray did.
Marty Tiberius O'Donnell with a 5. Can we still get Queen Ryan emoji asking for a friend? We got Spear Chucker Ryan already. I can't. I don't have enough emoji space. We don't get enough memberships here.
Are there no more topics?
No, there's no more
we
topics.
went
You
to like
came in
4.
at 2.5 hours. We're done. This is super chat time. I'm trying to end on time.
I gotta stream with Ryan after this. I gotta get going.
I gotta review
Atreus, you
Doctor
were
Who.
out doing whatever the fuck.
I tried to join the show and you wouldn't let me join the show.
Because you sounded terrible on your mobile device. And you were cutting in and out because you were lagging. Plus, I'm racist. You said I'm racist, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
Kyle with a 2. Okay, song sent to your Discord. Enjoy if you want file. Thank you, sir. I will definitely check that out. We might be able to utilize that at some point. And then Marty Tiberius, fucking guy. He gives 5 memberships. That's a wee banger. Shout out to you. Appreciate that, Marty Tiberius O'Donnell, who's totally not Adam Reveal, but shout out to you. Appreciate it.
I admire his dedication to the name change from all the way
I
back.
do too. I do too. That's way back. Yeah.
I think
we
that
got
was actually
Rumble.
the night that I interviewed Marty O'Donnell was when he did
It
that.
was. He changed it.
Well, speaking of, I
Um,
just retweeted Marty, who said, "Anyone think I should be surprised at Bungie right now?"
Oh, I remember that tweet. He fucking roasted him, didn't he?
Yeah, but he just tweeted right now about him. Like,
Oh, right now?
yep, he's
I gotta
loving
check
it.
that. Nameless with $1. Smash JT. I like to take my time playing and massaging. Equals Smash JT is a pillow talker.
Absolutely is.
Make it sound like a bad
more
thing.
like it.
Better than a pillow biter.
Oof. Nameless with a 2. OG Tainted Grail is really fun if you like turn-based card attack games. Oh, so that's what it was. With Dark Souls aesthetics and mechanics. Fall of Avalon I got during alpha and it's really good, but my low-tier PC struggled with it. Yeah, people keep talking about this game, man. I'm telling you, I remember seeing the trailer for it and thinking it looks like something special. I had a very similar idea and sentiment about it as the Expedition 33. I don't think it's going to wow me nowhere near as Expedition 33, but hopefully it's good. I don't know. People keep saying it's good. Nameless with $1. $20 says Kata's off cam because he's playing Battlefront 2, probably. I can verify that on Steam pretty easily. You know what's funny? When he's on SNH, he plays video games. But when he's on Tuesday night main event, no video games.
Curious.
Telling. Very telling.
Very telling.
Like
And
right now,
it's-
he's let's see. Right now, he's on Project Eggro's stream, right?
Mhm.
Is he playing a video game? Let's see. According to my Steam, Kata is
Probably not.
No.
not playing a video game.
Because he's got to focus because it's a smaller, like it's just 2 people and him. Like with a big group like us, he can like kind of fade into the
Don't- no,
background.
don't give him
So
no
what's the
excuses.
Tuesday
I've
night
been
main
sitting here
What's
drawing
the
for
Tuesday
2
night
hours.
main event excuse then? What's that?
No, that's my point. Is he shows up for that, not us.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
proving your point. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting how that works, chat. It be your own. Remember, it be your own. We got Butter Biscuit with $1. There's a thumbtack. That's how you typed it. Under my fanny, the Candlejack episode of Freakazoid was the funniest one. Me and my friends were crying from laughing so hard. Oh, I get it now. I was like, I don't understand. Shout out to Butter Biscuit. Hope everything is good. We got Adam Jimmy with $1. Shitty activists create shit that goes straight to the sewage plant. Facts. Nameless with $1. It's no longer big tech. It's big gay.
The big
Fair. Adam Jubin with $1. A person who uses race or sex as an identity has no identity. I'd agree with that. Adam Jubin with $1. Leon is pregnant. I would also agree with that.
Also, yeah.
Nameless with
sickness is
$1.
crazy.
I wish I had the money so I could buy WoW from them and control alt delete gay flight from existence. That's crazy, man. Guy hates Dragonflight that much.
No,
Nameless
if I could buy any company, I would buy Game Freak. Because I know for a goddamn fact that I alone can put out a better game than the whole company.
I mean, they're pretty comfortable where they are. That's why they don't innovate too much.
I'd probably buy Square Enix.
There's a lot of misused potential, definitely, in Square products right now.
Mhm.
Nameless with $2. Boycott Hypno. He's gone woke and race swap Cassie for a black man.
Crazy.
Makes sense. Raging D-Head with $2. Kata is such a whore. Damn, Rumble's
Also
crazy.
true.
Adair Soto with $1. Man, Wonder Brothers losing a lot of money and are still keeping CNN after election. Everyone cannot believe the mainstream media anymore on the news. They broke the trust for everyone. Money is losing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious that for them, like we said earlier, it's not about the money. I don't think it ever was, to be honest with you.
It's always about the message.
About the message. Yep.
It was about the money until they were able to get control of the message with the money, and after that, it's only been the message from there.
Yep.
And then we got a gift over on Steam really quick, and then we'll do our outros. We got
Wait, we're gonna be ending on time for once? Holy shit.
Yes, I'm trying to end on time. We
Oh
got
my
Valkyrie. Valkyrie gifts Tainted Grail Conquest, of course. Thank you. And Valkyrie says, joke.
Valkyrie.
Down syndrome in military is called special forces. Joke number 2. Whenever I'm watching my daughter at the park, some other parent always says, which one is yours? So I like to smile and reply, I'm still deciding. Dark. Dark.
I like it. Very dark.
Very dark. Thank you so much for the
Valkyrie.
gift. Tainted
Valkyrie
Grail.
is amazing.
Valkyrie is awesome.
She gifted me the other day, I think it was yesterday. She and Nameless gifted me pretty much all of Doom games, all of the Doom games up until 2016.
Wow.
And I'm like,
seriously,
plus Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm like, all right, I'm guessing I'll probably have a retro Doom month of gaming once I go full time, because I haven't played, honest to God, I haven't played Doom games since the 90s, since the early 2000s.
Really?
Oh, when you play him?
Yeah.
You play the
I
games,
played
get the
little
Doom
bit
guy
of
helmet and put it on.
And never
2016 is so good. I still think it's the
I
best.
played like an hour at a computer club here once, and that was it. And like now I have the chance, and because my PC is currently a bit better, and I can actually run that game.
Nice.
Good luck running Doom Dark Ages.
Never. I'm gonna have to scoop my PC with a tissue if I try.
Forced
to run
ray
that game.
tracing, baby. Forced ray tracing.
Oh no!
I would love to be in the office when they had that conversation. They were like, "We're gonna force ray tracing on people."
Yeah,
Shouldn't
brilliant
like,
idea.
Can't they have like a toggle to turn it off?
Of course they can.
Yeah, they just don't.
It's anti PC gaming to not have a graphical toggle for fucking ray tracing.
That's like forcing motion blur. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Turn that shit off.
I don't know, bro.
Do you
People-
guys not have 4020s, 4090s?
Right. Do you not have 4090s?
Yeah.
You guys not have 5020s?
Yeah.
Crazy. Scrap Gamer with it too. It was Gregory Horror Show, Soul of Roses. Oh yes, I did look at that. I did look at that on Steam. That shit looked crazy. Shout out to you, man. That game looked absolutely wild. I need to potentially play that. Raging D-Head with a 5K is currently getting talked into New Blackstreet live at FurryCon.
That's crazy.
Wow, you guys getting dragged to every con. You should make that a thing.
That's one of the other reasons to get the hell out of Atlanta, because they have FurryCon, they got whatever the hell Trey's just went to.
FatCon?
FatCon's not in Atlanta.
Oh.
That's somewhere else. But I mean, like, they just got a whole bunch of goofy shit going on.
There's a jazz thing, wasn't it?
It was a jazz festival. It was actually
That's cool,
pretty
man.
dope.
Jazz festivals are the shit. I spent
How
most
long
of
were
my
you there
childhood.
for?
in them.
Depends on who's playing.
How long were you at the festival for?
From 11 till 10, pretty much.
So half a day, just about.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she's
that's
getting
crazy.
billed. She's getting billed for every hour. God damn it.
That's crazy. And we got one last one, a Dare Sultan for $1. Let's not forget, a lot of people bet on the election.
This is true too.
They
Yeah,
sure
wasn't
did.
XQC that just lost like millions?
Crazy money. But
Bro lost millions when the fucking tides. Well, the tides didn't even shift. It was just like everybody knew Trump was gonna win, but he bet
nah,
against.
there was people out there that really thought Kamala had it. Like they
Yeah,
there
I
was a
remember the
TV. There's
day
a TV
before.
show. I forgot the name of the TV show. Maybe you guys can remind me on Netflix. I think it's came out or still coming out.
Yeah,
But that shit is basically like a reality
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show version
Based on
of
Kamala win.
Kamala's
Yep.
Kamala's presidency. Like they really fucking thought she was gonna
Did they
win.
scrap
Yeah,
that, or
all-
did it?
I
did
thought
it
it was
come out?
coming out.
all 17 people believed that Kamala was gonna win for sure.
It's the same as Hillary, though. Everybody thought she was going to win. Even South Park, they suddenly had to
What's funny
scramble and
is
change.
that like the only reason I would have given Hillary credit is because she has political background. But Kamala,
Oh yeah, she's far more legit than Kamala. Yeah,
Yeah, Kamala has nothing but a blowjob or a bunch of blowjobs and incarceration of innocent men.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Fuck you, bitch. Not like that either.
All right, boys.
Hey, Greg Miller might take issue with that because he was pretty confident she was going to win.
Oh god, yeah, it was so fucking funny.
That guy, not like that either.
Greg
Like that,
fucking
I
Miller,
hate
man.
that dude. Don't even, man. See now I'm about to leave early because I hate that.
A
dude. I
motherfucker
genuinely
who
hate
betrayed his best friend.
No,
He is-
we're finishing on time.
Go ahead.
All right, boys. Let's do our outros, man. Thank you guys so much again for the insane support over on this stream.
Atreus, wake up.
I'm here, goddammit.
Over on Rumble
a little fella.
for a show called Saturday Night Smash. Totally not stolen from my stream whatsoever. But I'm gonna link the
What, do
stream
you own the
in
fucking
chat.
day of the week now? You can't
I
use
do.
the word Saturday night?
Suck a
when the
dick. I
stream
do.
is?
I do
Jeff
100%.
I swear to
100%. I do. We got hold on, let me put this in here. The Rumble
No
link.
brought about. That's the wrong address. We're not going to be
Not
on
Achilles,
YouTube
it's crazy.
today.
I put the right address there on the bottom. All right, Smash, do your outro. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Rumble tonight with Ryan Roger Athe.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
AKA Mr. Band. And we are going to be talking about his band and randomly.
Sorry.
What?
The Wii, man, it just fucking gets me every time. It's
Oh.
so fucking lame.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So catch me over there. And yeah, thank you for having me. It's a lot of fun tonight.
Hell yeah. This was a lot of fun. Considering Ryan wasn't here, we still had a good time. And you know, it's sad. But Ryan, you can find Ryan if you look hard enough.
Yes.
He's out there.
That's why I don't
DiscussThing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you very much, my friend. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and where they can find you. And if you have anything coming up soon.
Thank you. Very, very honored to be here, as I said again. Yeah, sorry, kept destroying things in the background.
As they do.
My name is Helzo. I'm DiscussThing. You can find me on DiscussThing in my channel on YouTube and on Rumble as well, because what happened to Ryan basically was an eye-opener. And do follow Ryan there. I just want to put that there because Ryan is an amazing dude. You can check my latest video. I actually uploaded today a musical video, kind of an homage to Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Did a small guitar cover of the song Lost Voice, my favorite song of the game. Also, I did some other videos, and I'm streaming. I'll be streaming in a couple, like not a couple, but let's say 3 or 4 hours. I'll be streaming more Expedition 33 on my YouTube channel, and hopefully next week I'll probably be able to double stream as well on Rumble.
Very nice.
Not to jump over you, but are you busy after this? Do you want to join me and Ryan, or you got something going on?
I can join you actually.
All right,
it's okay.
I'll shoot you the
Yeah,
link.
sure.
Are you going to be with us for Doctor Who later?
I will be. I also have to watch that fucking episode. Oh fuck! Thank you for reminding me.
So
I apologize.
It's fine.
I heard
Man,
he's great.
like I just want to say, Will, like because of when I'm like guest appearing in Will show, like I started watching Doctor Who again, and I need to be appreciated for the sacrifice I'm making. Sorry about that.
Anybody notice how all the white people are collaborating and leaving the colors out of it? Including myself.
I'm not watching Doctor Who, so I don't mind it.
If any of you
Crazy.
want to watch Doctor Who and jump on,
That's crazy.
on Sunday morning.
I mean, they're not talking to me. I've never watched Doctor Who.
I'm not even
I'm
offended
good,
that I
I'm
got the
good.
no one cares because it's fucking true. Watch the
It
reviews.
absolutely
the
Doctor
ratings.
Who the fuck cares.
Why
Yeah,
do I
I'm
want to
good.
watch
I don't
somebody
need. I don't need to
do
watch.
Literally
that.
the name of my show now. We changed it from Who TF Live to Who TF Cares. So there you go.
I could barely watch fucking anime at this point. Anyway, Atreus.
Yeah, it was a great show. I mean, those super chats were like some of the greatest super chats I've ever seen. I've never been more honored to be a part of a super
Put it in super chat.
Maybe you can help me refill my salt cellar here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like joining a team right as they win.
To be fair, you can't claim racism because I kicked Smash off the stream too when he was in the fucking car wash. So
Nah, Smash got a full 10 minutes on the show.
no,
when
he did
started.
not. No, he did not.
It was like 9 minutes and 3/4.
No, he did not. It wasn't even close, bro. He got like 2 minutes if he was lucky.
50 seconds, maybe. Like,
No, I think he got like 2 minutes. And
No,
that's only
he was
because
like-
he
'cause I
kept saying,
remember he was like-
wait. No, not at all. Anyway, do your outro.
It was at least 7 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
Damn.
You keep going down.
This,
So
is this like a different kind of time that I have? What would you call it?
Smash time.
Oh,
it's
Negro
called,
time.
it's called
That's
color
what you-
time.
what you saying?
There we go.
Now, did you add the Wii?
Wii,
There-
bro.
That shit's so fucking stupid.
That's the dumbest fucking thing. As soon as you did that Smash, I was watching. I was in my sofa and I was watching. I was like, you are
Yeah,
gonna be
Smash-
fucking parodied forever now. Like,
Bro, that shit's gonna be more iconic than RoboCop.
If the lawyers were good, they put that in a lawsuit.
Trace, you didn't see me spinning in my chair saying "wee" as I spun in my chair in circles.
That's why every
the fact that you committed to it, you could have gone like, "Wee." But
Oh,
no,
I
you-
was
"Wee!"
jumping
Like-
into that pool.
And then afterwards, he's like, I feel like a kid again. And he does it again. Wee. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what we got
Like,
was way
man.
better.
That's insane.
memes.
Anyway, Atreus, finish up, man.
Yeah. Okay. Finish up, huh? Anyway, yeah, just make sure you subscribe to New Black Street and then make sure you subscribe to my channel, man. I have absolutely nothing going on after this because I'm going to sleep. After
Nice.
like 3 games of Marvel Rivals.
Nice. What's the player count on Marvel Rivals now? Is it still like booming or is it kind of where I thought it was going to be? I always said it was going to stagnate at 50. Where is it at? Is it higher than that?
I'll look into
Oh, it's way higher than that. Good for that. 138,000 people playing right now.
Jesus Christ.
1/6 to where it was, to be fair, but you know that's
It's
that's
still
pretty
big.
good.
That's a big
That's
ass
pretty
number.
good. That's more than enough to monetize. That's really good. Good for them. Sheep.
I will not be playing Marvel Rivals. I think I actually have to go do some more house shit, and then I'll probably jump on Monster Hunter for a bit because I know I got some catching up to do before we do some Akuma shit this Wednesday. It's gonna be great. But aside from that, you can find me on streams Tuesdays through Fridays at 1:30 Mountain Time. That's 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. Playing currently Dragon Quest Builders if I'm not playing Monster Hunter. And be on the lookout for the manga series that I'm writing and drawing. If you want any commissions done as well, hit me up. And that's all the shilling I really got to do.
Very nice. Before we finish up, just really quick, wrap the Kratos with a 2. Poor Atreus coming back from that Diddy party.
For shame.
That's wild. That's wild.
For shame.
And then just in time for a 2, Doctor Who has been diagnosed with stage 4 menstruation.
True.
Just
We're
in
still-
time.
That's
We're
fucking
still- wait,
pretty accurate.
does QT Gatwa's is his record still standing? Like there's still like a crying scene in every episode, and he helps nobody.
It's weird. He's obviously the gay black doctor, and according to the plot right now, he may also be the only doctor who's canonically banged a woman because
As-
now he has a kid.
Gay doctor?
Yeah, he's the gay doctor.
He's a gay.
Yeah.
There was an
Makes no
episode where they
fucking
went
sense.
back and there was an episode where they went back in time. He started like hitting on this
He
one.
abandoned his companion for an entire episode to
Yeah.
chase a strange American man.
The girl
who is an
basically was gonna
alien.
die, and he
She nearly
was like,
died,
I want
yeah.
some of that ass. That's basically what he was doing.
Yeah, and he was in the guy's spaceship, like grinding to Kylie Minogue.
What the fuck is going on with Doctor Who, bro? Anyway, you if Omega would have
You
told
don't wanna
Atreus,
know.
you were invisible in that car. Man, it's just
all they saw was the hat.
All right, boys. I think that's it, man. Shout out to all you guys again. You guys know where to find me. I'm not even gonna bother because I know Smash got to go do his totally not Saturday Night Hypnosis stream. So let's kick him out. And thank you guys so much for everything. What an amazing stream. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots, go be gooners. You already know how that goes.
Manga.
Did I ever add the intro? I didn't. All right, you got to hold on for a couple of seconds. Just hold on.
It's
hold
manga.
On for 2 more seconds.
read
It's
manga.
not manga, bro. What the
Manga.
fuck is
You manga.
What? Who the fuck's? You know what? Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her name is gay. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.